We live, all the way live. What's crack-a-lacking? Que pasa, raza? We're getting down like James Brown. Hey, welcome YouTube. Welcome TikTokers. Hola, TikToker. And welcome Facebook, homie. Hey, welcome to the Rockin Chicano show, where we talk about the pinta YouTube yarda, talk about another man, disrespect them, and don't confront them, homie. Let the whole world know how I feel about that vato, but I ain't got the cajones to go talk to that vato. Por acá, homie. Hey, welcome, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. You know how we get down here in Rockin Chicano show. Everything goes vida loca. Everything's a cappella. Today, Rosie's not here. She's up in Reno, so keep her up in prayer with her and her familia. Today, we got two special guests out here. They drove in their V-Class, hardcore vatos with the get back whips, the siren. Wait a minute, get back whip and the siren. That's not down, homie. That's not down.
No get back wick and no siren, big dog.
Okay, what about a coin collector in the bar? Can we at least have that?
I got one in my waistband.
Ooh,
with the counter, you know the counter, you go.
Oh man. We got two special guests here, two firme vatos. They brought their V-Class today, their patches, and introduce yourself, homie.
Orale, we got one of my brothers here, Cowboy. We are from the Deacons MC, the mother chapter out of Riverside, California. We're a Christian men's motorcycle club. Our main purpose and drive is we go out there and we serve the public. We go out there and we feed the homeless. We go out there and clothe the homeless, and provide for them the needs that they need in the community. And we know that there's a lot of homeless people out there that want to be out there, but there's some people that they have to be out there because, you know, we all know that today's society, that the finances aren't there, and a lot of people they just can't make that end to end, that month to month, and their only alternative, because they don't have family to turn to, is the streets, and so they go out there into these communities, which are the homeless communities, and they're everywhere. Those homeless encampments. We find that those homeless encampments now are under the bridges, where they become societies, cities, with their own politics and their own rules and their own law. And we're welcome in there. We go in there day or night, and we pretty much go where the pizza man won't go. And that's where we end up. Yep. And I'm Big Vato from, first of all, from the Lord Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior, and then the Deacons MC.
That's crazy. What do you think, Alfred?
Man,
Do we got a couple crazy vatos here?
First of all, I didn't know there was a Christian motorcycle club. I've very rare. It's very rare. So I commend you guys for sticking to that culture, because at the end it's part of the culture. You're reaching out to that particular group, and I know that there's a lot of people out there, especially bikers, that are in need of not only the gospel, the conversations, right? And so commend both of you for bringing that culture into, and bringing the Lord Jesus Christ into that environment, man. It's much needed.
Roger.
Hey, the question is, you got a Christian rapper too in the Vicleros?
Oh, my wife, Big Dog.
Yep. Nah.
Yeah.
She's a mad rapper?
My wife is Lyrical Shine, Big Dog. You haven't heard her?
No.
Yeah, she's rapped with a lot of different artists. One of them you probably know is DB Reborn.
Yeah.
Rap with him. Yeah, she's a pretty good rapper.
That's right, dog. That's right. I have a lot of associates. They're my customers. A lot of Vicleros, dog, from all over, but mostly the Mongols. Right. And they're good people. They're supportive, little different, little rough around the edges. But all in all, when it comes down to it, they're respectful, homie.
Right.
And it's like there's something that you guys got to understand. that the motorcycle world is different from the lowrider world. Oh, two whole different ball games. A lot of times the reason why they pick up that estilo is because their brothers are homeboys from the barrios or whatnot, and they pick up that estilo and they tend to bring it down to the Viclero side. But the Viclero side is a little bit more rough around the edges, you know? They're more like, screw it, let's do it, get it over with, you know? And the lowriders are a little bit different, like, what, homie? And then go take care of business. So it's like two different ball games, but all in all, you know, we, Rockin Chicano and the whole crew here, we always respect the MCs, dog. They just have a different outlook, you know, and to try to combine it into a Christian scene, man, that's hardcore. That's hard because if you guys don't know this, a lot of the Vicleros, they love to party, homie. They party. They're hardcore all night, and you know, and it's just different. And a lot of drogas, a lot of pisto, a lot of jainas. I've seen it, you know? It's just different. And to be able to be a Christian and ride with the motorcycle crew and have an MC is just special kind of discipline, you know? Right. It takes a special kind of discipline. It's more than just your regular Cristiano that's a homeboy. It's just different, way different. And they still write their V-class. They still split lanes. They still get cut off. They still, you know, the same old, you know. I'm pretty sure these autos don't give them the bird. They probably throw them the Bible. You know what I mean?
Give them the pinky, big dog.
The pinky. Pinky promise. I'll bring this up to God.
I got you.
I'll bring this up to God, you know?
I'm going to get with my get back Bible.
Yeah.
There you go.
But am I right or am I wrong?
Hey, we go to the same struggles as everybody every day, man. We have the same flesh as the next guy, you know. You know, I came from a background where, you know, my mom was a heroin addict and my dad died with heroin overdose when I was 11 months old.
Where Dispensa, where was that at?
He was from the Lomas.
SGV area.
SGV, yeah. And so, you know, it's the lifestyle is there, and my flesh is always going to be where it wants to resort back to that environment, because, you know, that's the place where I come from. Yeah. But you know, through the grace of God, I'm able to fight that fleshly desire to go back and drink that pisto or you know, take a toca from some yesca or do those other things. You know, don't get me wrong, those are the fun times in my life. Yeah. But like I was talking to earlier, you know, I want to be able to leave, you know, a generational wealth, and not just money. That money has nothing to do with wealth. I want to be able to pull my family together to where the nucleus of the family it sticks together, not like it did when my dad passed away and it just kind of split all the way up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's deep, dog. If you guys don't know, back in the late 70s, 80s, heroin was deep in the SGV area. If it was like East Los SGV in south of Orange County, oh man, it was like King Heroin cities. You know what I mean? They were deep.
There's like the fentanyl.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, a lot of our older homeboys and all that end up passing away from the overdoses, and they didn't have that spray and they didn't have those comebacks. You know what I mean? That was it. You were done. You know, it was rare that you came back. And a lot of times we carry that with us, and the chain doesn't get broken, and we pursue those fleshly desires. We pursue those desires of wanting to escape reality, you know? How long have you been sober now, homie?
Man, I think I went to a men's home back in the
You don't keep track, huh?
Nah, not even more,
Me
bro.
neither. I don't keep track.
I mean, I see people out there, and I know, and I'm more, I'm proud of them when they go out and say, I got my 6-month chip or my 30-day chip or my year chip. I'm really proud of them. I cheer them on.
Yeah.
I really do, because putting that time between you and that last droga or that last toca is very, very important.
Yeah.
But for me, I lost count, bro, and those are the things that I don't even focus on today. I focus on, making sure that I'm doing the right thing. I'm getting up and doing that hustle every day for my family, or my club, or the church. I get down and do those things, roll my sleeves up and do ministry.
Yeah.
And I've known you for quite some time.
Yeah.
Anthony, man, I think I met you back when COVID hit.
Yeah.
And you're in their truck doing the whole inspirational things, and I was in the backyard trying to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Because that was a time where people were just didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So since then, things have evolved for both of us.
Yeah.
And we've kind of went in different directions, but I see you doing a lot of positive things, man. I think your hustle is just kind of just through the roof, big dog. How do you do it?
I don't know, dog. I don't know, dog. Every day I just gotta pray to God, dog. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going, carnal. I'm being honest. I just say, just keep me busy, and I could just pursue it. You bring back the times where I was saying a little few words and dancing in the truck and doing all that stupid stuff in there. But little do people know that the thought of suicide crossed my mind. Everything was just collapsing on me, and the first thing, I think I had those bookies on or somebody. I can't remember, but I looked up and I looked at the wood and I said, "Can that hold up 220 pounds? Can it hold it?" And then I snapped, bro. I'm like, "What is this feeling?" I'm like, "Hey, God, I gotta get out of here. I gotta." No. I can't, I refuse to think that way. You need to make something happen and make it happen fast, because I never want to have that thought again. And right away, I went outside and I picked up the truck and I went live. I don't know. I was doing stupid stuff in there, dog. I was just dancing. Oh, this is how I did it with my familia, just something. And then I would throw the scriptures. And to this day, people tell me, "Man, I miss those days. I missed." I do too, homie, but that's not where God has me at. I mean, that got me out of my rut. And now we're here, and look, this is a professional studio here, homie.
Yeah.
Expensive. I'm not lying to you, Fern. All this material here, homie, is thousands of dollars. And we got this for free, right, Alfred? Most of it?
Sir.
Most of it for free.
Yep, most of it.
And
All the way from a phone in the truck, huh?
all the way from a phone in a truck, dog. And, I don't know where I'm going, dog. I don't know. All I do wish for is to have an RV and go to the desert and escape and go cry out to God. That's my goal.
Well, I'd like to tell you that I'm proud of you, big dog.
Oh, thank you, big dog.
For just the persistency and the consistency and the motivation to keep going and seeking and thriving to do and go the direction that God has you going in, and the doors that He has opened, that you go through them, and the doors that He closes, that you accept those doors, and just move forward like you are, one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, that it's just hard, homie. Yeah, I remember you from way back then, and I pushed you too, Holmes. I remember, hey, bro, you keep on doing comedy. I don't care. And you didn't have a hyena back then, huh?
No.
I remember, and it was a big old thing when you found your lady.
Yeah,
I was so happy.
Yeah, I actually found my lady on a Bible study.
I was like, I told my wife, dog, like, "Look at this vato, he got somebody." Look, I get excited, dog. My voice changes, because look, dog, we know the struggles that we go through And when somebody gets a blessing, I'm the type never to hate, never to bash. Let it be. It's fine. That's the way God planned it. I'm not tripping, but right away, right away, my voice changes and I get excited and I get happy and I go and I go tell my wife or my kids or whatever. And in your case, I was happy for you, fool, because
Hey, big dog, they call it giddy. You're getting all giddy, big dog?
yeah,
Tell me about
dog.
it, eh?
Because look, dog, is you could tell, you could read somebody by the way they act, the way they carry themselves, and you could tell they've been through some freaking hell, dog. And it's like, man, when is that breakthrough coming? When is that breakthrough coming? When is that breakthrough coming? You know? And when it came through for you, it wasn't too long after you were doing comedy and all that, dog, that your wife landed, and it was like, damn, look at this vato. I'm like, heck yeah. Then right away you threw it out there, you advertised it, and then you took the next step to marriage and all that. And I'm like, man, I was I was excited for you, bro. I was so happy because a lot of people tend to be impatient and they settle for whatever comes their way. A 200, 300 pounder hyena with 10 kids, and hey, this is it. I don't know, and not you, Holmes. You were patient and patient, and next thing you know, it's like, bam, I tell our homie, not princes. How are you, fool?
Yeah, I was a single father for many years and raised my two kids and held a full-time job. Moved across the country. I lived in Wyoming for 17 years. I worked for the railroad, and then ended up moving to Pennsylvania for another 7 years. And then God said, "This is not where you're staying. You're going to go back home, big dog." So He sends me all the way back to Califas during COVID. That's when that happened.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah.
then and then I met my wife, doing all that comedy, and it's because I like to make people laugh, bro. I think that sometimes if somebody's going through something like you were in the truck that day, I could just make that one person laugh that day and pull them out of that rut, or grab them from the devil's palm,
Yeah.
that it's worth it to me. Because when I was in Wyoming for 17 years, and this is a lot of the reason why I'm with the Deacons MC, is my sister ended up homeless for a while under the bridge with her family. And I didn't even know about it. I was out there working and taking care of the daily hustle. Her son ended up committing suicide. So, which is my nephew. So that's a big part of why I'm with the Deacons, because they do serve the public in the homeless community. And that's a big reason why I like to make people laugh, is because you never know what somebody's going through, and you could drag them out of that situation.
Yeah. I think to me is suicide is a heavy, heavy thing, dog, and I get so mad when I go attend funerals that the homeboy passed, and and he took his own life, and we're like, I get mad, homie. I get pissed off, dog, when I'm there, because it's like, man, that's not a true homeboy. A true homeboy would have opened up, like, hey, can I help me out, homie? Give me a call, and look out for me. But a lot of times we just, no, he's gonna make fun of me. He's gonna do this, and he's a comedic. He's doing comedy already, so why even? Nah, homie. Like you said, it's always good to put a smile on somebody else's face, because you just never know what they go through. It's like when the kids go through my booth, hey, what's up, homie? Fist bump. But I look at the parents, you know what I mean? Fist bump, and like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's your name? And I try to bring them a smile. I'll give them a toy, whatever, because you just don't know what their story is like, dog. And the people that been through that, you know how hard it was as kids, homie,
Kids are cruel, bro.
Yeah, and it's not our business to know their position in life. if they have it hard or not. Your job is to bring a smile, bring them a water bottle, anything. Like, hey, what's up? You all right? You want some donuts? You want cookies? And, we have all that clavo when we're at the shows, homie, and that's what kind of like motivates me to go do more things because, as kids, they go through some stuff, dog. And like you said, you just never know. And to bring a smile, hey, and what did you say? To get them out of the palm of the devil?
Palm of the devil, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, hey, Holmes, and it's good to be like that. It's good to have a good heart, homie, especially in comedy, crack jokes, and especially us that have been around, we could dish it and we could receive it, homie, Oh, trust me, I can receive it, homie, but you better hang on tight.
Right.
Because we're going to clown hard. And we're from the joint, homie, so
hey, that's what I do, man. That's like, hey, man, if you open up that door, big dog, be ready because we're going to go for a ride.
Yeah. That's crazy. Hey, so what's up, cowboy?
What's going on, brother?
So, I asked you that question. I see a little light skin on you, homie.
Yeah.
So what's your background?
I'm mixed. So my mom, she's a Tejana, and my dad, he's white. I never met him though. Grew up without him. But from what I know, according to my mom, I guess he was a Hell's Angel. So I guess this is just in my blood, to be on two wheels. But yeah, no, grew up without my dad. But I do have a stepdad that I consider to be my dad. He's my pop. He's been there through me for everything. I've been through a lot. I grew up in Rubidoux over in Riverside, and that's where all the whole gang life for me started. But I never really got into that because I was 7 or 8, 9 at the time. But once we moved out of Rubidoux, we went down to El Centro over there by Calesia. And that's where I really started getting into gangs, getting into violence, getting into drugs, ran away to Mexicali I don't know how many times, put my mom through hell and back, But back then, I know it doesn't look like it now, but back then, I would dress different, I would talk different, I would walk different. And it wasn't until I got out of all of that, when I had my first son, that I decided I needed to switch everything about me. I didn't want to have to look at myself every day in the mirror and be reminded of the person that I was. That cholo gangbanger. No disrespect, it's a lifestyle. It just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. I couldn't do it. I had to switch it up. I didn't want my kids to see that and start gravitating towards that and, get into that life. So I wanted to switch everything up, got a full-time job, started supporting my kids. But I was bad. I was still bad. I was drinking all the time. I was horrible to my kid's mom. We ended up separating. It wasn't until a couple years later, I really needed some type of foundation in my life. And my wife that I'm with now, I ended up getting drunk, got her kids taken away, my kids taken away. I get sent off to jail, and I'm thinking that's it. Call up the wife, hey, I'm sorry, I know we're done. She's like, what are you talking about, stupid? I already bailed you out. Cool. So I got out, stayed with my sister, and my mom. My mom was the one that actually got me back on the path with Christ and got me back on path with God. She's an amazing woman of God. She started out, she's a single mother of 7 kids. And she's been through hell and back. She walked through that fire by herself, with all the dope and all the drugs and all the dudes. And, it was really hard to see her go through all that. And that's not how I wanted to be. And thank God she changed it all around. Now she's a mighty woman of God. And one day I was sitting at my sister's house, and she told me, she goes, Mijo, you need to get back into Christ, because when, you have a story and you have a path, and when you talk about God, people are going to listen. I said, all right, Mom, we'll see. And I just picked up a bike, and the next day I go out and I'm riding around, and I see this ministry, the Set Free ministry, and this guy pulled up on a bike, and I was like, oh, that's cool. It's a cool Christian bike thing. Not really into it, but I couldn't. It's like I was like stuck to my bike, you know, and I couldn't move. And I felt at that moment, I felt the presence of God saying, go and talk to him. Your mother was just talking to you about this yesterday. You know, so I went and I talked to him and ended up getting involved with those guys. And that's what put me on the path and put me back on the path. And I told my mom that with me, I'm either all the way in it or I'm all the way out. You know, when it came to gangbanging, I was all the way in it. When it comes to Christ, I'm going to be all the way in it. You know, there's no in between with me. I can't do both, you know. So, I was with them for a couple years, and I felt like my path was starting to change a little bit, you know. And one day I was at home. I'm from, I live up there in Victorville. And I was sitting there in my car one day, and I was crying to God, and I was praying for a sign or for something, you know, to let me know that by stepping away from this ministry that I'm still going to be able to serve God, because that's what I want to do. I know that's what I'm called to do. You know, I'm a young individual, and I know that I can reach other young individuals who live that life. I was talking to my mom, I think last night about it. We have to go through the things that we go through in our past so that we can be able to reach those who are still living it now, because God chose us to be soldiers, to be warriors in his army. So everything that I went through, walking through that fire, going through that hell, living that childhood that I lived, it was for a purpose. You know, I'm able to reach those younger people, you know. So I'm sitting there and I'm crying to God, and the next day I come home from work, driving down the same street. I go down every day, and I saw the deacons right there in the corner, Brother Weddle and Brother Smiley. I hop off the bike, and I said, all right, Lord, thank you. You know, I started talking to them, and Brother Weddle, he told me, he goes, you're going to be a deacon. I was like, brother, I'm still part of this ministry, though. Like, give me a minute, you know. But God had a path. And for me, I'm not going to sit and wait. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm not going to say, Lord, are you sure? A long time ago, I told myself I'm not going to ask God why anymore. You know, why am I going through this? I'm not asking questions no more. You want me on this path, you put these people in my path, I'm gonna do it. And so far the deacons have been amazing to me. They've been amazing to my family. The things that we're doing is just unlike anything that I've seen, and I'm super blessed to be a part of it.
How many Spencer, how many chapters is there, bro?
Right now, we have 3.
Yeah, we got
2.
the mother chapter out of Riverside.
We have Nomads.
We have the Nomad chapter, and they're spread out pretty far. And then we have the Arizona chapter, the
Arizona, yeah,
desert.
3.
What was it called? The desert.
The Desert Crew.
Chapter.
Desert Crew.
Desert Crew.
That's crazy, bro. And you guys go to hangouts también?
Yeah, we'll go from time to time. We'll go to different bike events.
Yeah, like if they ask you, like if they invite you to come out and you know they're an MC.
Yeah, we'll go to that too.
And but you guys don't. You guys don't pistear, no.
No. We go there to, you know, for brothers. If the brothers need prayer, we're there for them.
Yeah.
You know, we don't go to get involved and you know, mingle and all that. We go, you know, if you need prayer, brother, I got you. Let's go pray.
Yeah.
We'll do a bike blessing, bro. Which, you know, everybody wants their bikes prayed over. You know what I mean? Because you get out on that road and it's dangerous.
Because that bell ain't gonna help you.
No. The gremlins, those gremlins ain't gonna help you, big dog. But we'll do that. We'll show up to events. And now we all know that, you know, just like we go to our family outings, bro. After a little while, you know, the tios and tias get all crazy, and next thing you know, the tamale parties got all out of whack, bro, and your tia's falling out of the chair and screaming. We know that happens, big dog. So, you know, there's a time where we'll exit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gracefully disappear, because it's not our estilo.
Yeah, no,
You know what I
definitely. Mean? Yeah, after a while, you know, I've gone to their parties, dog, and like I mentioned, that other motorcycle club, and they're okay. I mean, it just kind of sucks because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't, you know, like.
I know a lot of brothers though, bro. They don't drink or smoke either, big dog. They got their heads on right, and they got a career. You know, I work with some of them.
Yeah.
In my industry, They're stand-up guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
and
solid brothers.
And I respect
Yeah.
them, just like any other vato out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We all bleed.
Yeah.
We all put one foot in a leg at a time.
Yeah.
On our pants.
Yeah.
And we all got to pay taxes, big dog, and die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So but I do respect them.
Yeah,
I know a lot of
they-
them got their heads on straight.
Yeah, and man, but their bolos are different. I'm like,
They are.
After a while, I'm like, okay, like if it's a family picnic thing and they invited me and because they were my son's sponsors, and when they like invite us in this family thing or a picnic, oh, that's a feed me one. Or we go to the wall, like, ay, wait, okay, it's getting a little too late now. I better bounce because I just don't I don't tirar chancla like that no more.
Yeah.
I don't get down like that no more. But I still got respect, mad love for them homies. They feed me, hey, I'm gonna take off. Hey, thank you, homie. And they look at me, but I go over there all cholo, homie.
Yeah. Before
I look all with my tango walking like, who's this felonia here?
Before I got together with the Deacons, I was a special guest a couple times to a couple of their events. To their national, I went to their nationals, and I don't drink. You know what I mean? So I don't smoke or any of that. We have Big Al that comes to a lot of our events too, and he's the one of the co-founders to the Mongols. So he comes to a lot of our events. Says his testimony because he's also a Christian as well.
Yeah, that's right,
Big
brother.
Al.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Big Al, right?
Big Al, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the main ones.
Yeah.
That's good, brother. Yeah, they're good people, dog. They're all right, homies. I just try to stay away from any negativity, anything that gets you caught up. And, one of the guests, one of the people on Facebook said, are they the black and whites? No, they're the deacons.
With the
Right.
Deacons, Big Dog,
Yeah.
we're saved, not soft.
That's good, brother. That's good. Okay, now what? You guys abide by the rules, también, about the patch holder and all that. You respect it, right?
Right.
We have structure.
The structure, right? You have your main president, vice president, the regular structure, your treasurer,
Right.
your road captain, got the torpedoes, you got, and I get it, it's a little different, you know what I mean? It's a little different, a little bit more different structure, but it's all there. And so you guys have the whole get down the same thing almost,
Exactly the same thing.
but godly.
Godly, yeah.
Godly.
Nobody's strapped. With the Bible.
I
With the Bible. Yeah, no.
yeah. No.
You're,
Hey,
It's
we live in
different.
America, Big Dog. America. We live in America.
America, yeah, I know where you at.
We have the right to bear arms.
Where the vatos from Texas talking about deport all the Mexicans. That vatos darker than the sole of my shoe, dog.
My alter ego owns weapons, but not me.
Right? That's being man. That's being man. So where do you see yourself in the next 10 years, cowboy?
Wherever God wants me to be. I got my own plans. I got my own goals. My own dreams, places that I want to go. But wherever God wants to put me. Right now I'm here. I'm in Victorville, part of Deacons, Riverside. Just trying to stay humble.
Trying to survive, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Stay humble.
That's it.
Live another day. You wake up and you open up Facebook, TikTok, whatever, and then, homeboy has passed. Homeboy has died. Like, especially people our age, it's like every day you see it, Every day I open it up and, hey, pray for such and such because they're dying or whatever the case might be. I do know that little man's cousin just passed a few days ago, and I was going through it, and I seen something today, like the daughter had put it up, if you got any memories of my dad, and I'm like, oh, man. Then I have to go into their page, And sure enough, they passed like 4 or 5 days ago, and it's like, oh. But see, there's so many people on Facebook that you bumped into that it goes out, and you can't keep track of everybody. But when you see it and you're unaware of what took place, it's like, oh man, I just seen them not too long ago, Long as we're alive, we're winning, homie, and God ahead of us, and every day anoint yourself, it's a trip that it sometimes it gets hard to pray, homie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a man. We're men here, but sometimes you really just gotta get down and dirty and start asking and praying, like, hey God, I gotta leave my ego, my pride to the side, and look, man, this is happening, this, that, and and forgive me of my sins, and let me go forward so you could bring structure and understanding and guidance to my heart and to my mind, and have a vision and have a dream, and whatever you want me to go do, let's go do it, and it's hard because as a husband, as a man, and leader of the familia, it takes a toll on us, big time. It's different, from Father's Day. Not that I'm complaining, because I could care less, but you see it that it's not really a big thing for the father, but for the mother, she has to go out to dinner. You got to do this, and it's like, and we tend not to pay attention to those things. And to us, it's like the bills got to get paid. This got to go. This got to happen. The kids got to have this, and and you're the one that's really pushing it to survive and to make it, and you make those moves to really make it, and the pressure's all on you. As kids, you don't see those things. As my son, I cracked the whip on him, like, come on, fool, and I'll push him, like, come on, get on, but then again, I start thinking, he don't have that same pressure as us, and I tell him, be prepared, son, be prepared, because life's gonna hit you, and next thing you know, it's like, the only thing you're gonna get is a big piece of steak. That's about it, homie. Maybe the best meal there, but other than that, you're gonna bust that steak that the kids eat. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna put everybody in front of you, and you're gonna be the last one to attend yourself, because it's a proven fact. Men never check themselves. They never go to the doctors really, and it's like everybody else except for us. And it's a big responsibility. But thank God that we're still alive, and we're able to push through, and have guidance from God. That times we don't take the guidance, we don't take the lecture, we don't take it, and we're like, hey, and next thing you know, this happens, that happens. It's like, oh man, I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew it. I get like Paul, though I didn't want to do it, but I catch myself doing it. You weren't sinful.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, and but nevertheless, we always have to keep the faith and know that there is a creator. Today, me and my son, we like watching TikToks and all that, because we like to learn a lot to be able to make videos ourselves. And that guy goes, this guy with the suit, he came out and he's all like, did you not know that the Bible this and that? And it was just an all made up story, just like yourself. And the only thing alive is the author that makes all this. How did they know about the Garden of Eden, this and that? Is just the story. It's just the story. There is no God. And he was saying and repeating it. And I said, it's funny, because who made your story then? Since you're telling this story, who made your story? Obviously, you have a story because you have a life.
Right.
You have a story. You have a life. That's your story. So you're telling me that the author did this, said that, and make you not believe that there's not a God? But you're saying all this? Okay, let's dissect you then. What's your name? How old are you? Where you come from? What's your name? So what, there is no author for that? There's no author for you? You just were born a la chirispada? Hell no.
It's funny you should say that, because a lot of people, they'll say that how do you know there's a God? And you know, based off of the way our lives have gone, yours, myself, Cowboys, and a lot of people out there that, you know, haven't had good lives, when they give themselves to the God and they turn themselves over to the Lord, those miracles are performed every single day in their lives. Families are restored. Like for you, for instance, you know, get out of incarceration, and look at your life. There's a reason why. You know, you give that miracle has performed itself right in front of everybody's eyes.
Right?
In mine, I seen it. I seen you just kind of just, God just pushes you in that direction.
We don't, it never, man, homie, I swear to you, Fern, never in a million years, homie, never, Fern, would I thought I would be in front of the cameras or talking a little bit about God, a little bit about this, or having this little stupid so-called fame. You know, I could care less about the fame, dog. I don't, you know, to me, I've always told God, don't ever let fame change my heart or the person that I am. Because if so, then take it away from me. I don't want it, you know. But obviously, he gives me enough that I could handle. Do I ask for more? At times I do, but he don't give it to me. Then it gives me an understanding that I couldn't handle it. I would fall. He will strip it away. So I have to understand that the things that he gave me is by his grace, not my grace.
Right.
Not my luck, not rabbit's foot, you know, not the horseshoe. Nah, it's by him. But never did I thought that I would have all this. Never, though it's not perfect. I don't get it at times. And at times I feel like throwing in the towel. But then if I throw in the towel, then what does that make me? A coward. You're a rancor, fool. You mean you went to the pinta, never PC'd up, never snitched, never did all this. You went and did years after years. You went through the whole protocol, through the whole linea. Now that life is here, you want to throw in the towel? You're a rancor, fool. That's the way I look at it, dog. You know, if you did it for the enemy, you never PC'd up, then why are you going to drop out now that you have everything now? You know, I look at it that way.
That's the definition of failure, man, when you quit.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, you know, I could just turn everything out and that's it. Shut down the Facebook, shut everything down and just go and do what a regular person is going to go do. But, you know, stories like this, somebody's looking in here and looking at the patches and like, oh, I want to be a viclero. But it ain't a regular viclero, it's a Christian viclero.
Right.
He's a sober one. When have you heard of a sober viclero? It's rare. You know, they like to party, homie, you know? And to see this, it might help out somebody, dog. But imagine just turning it in.
We're family oriented too, so you know, our wives are real involved in the ministry as well. And you know, when we have kids and you know they get involved in helping in the homeless ministry, you know, they're deacons in training, but they get a patch as well.
Wow.
And they're chaleco as well.
Yeah. Hey, Dispensa, do the Heinlein say property of?
No.
No, they say supporter. There says deacon supporter. But on the front it says, and they just changed this patch. It says like Vatos.
Vatos old lady.
Old lady on
Cowboys
it.
old lady.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty firme. That sounds better than property.
Yeah, Vatos old lady.
It's
Or
not a property.
Yeah, they have their own, you know, their own thing that they do. The first lady, she actually has her Bible study that they do with the women, you know. So us men, you know, we have the Bible study. Women are invited. Women and kids are invited, but the women are doing their own kind of separate thing just to help reach out to like other women, you know, that are struggling as well, which I think is awesome.
So they have like Vatos old lady.
Vatos
Yeah,
old lady,
right.
Cowboys old lady.
So like the front patch here it'll say like Vatos old lady.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool. I never knew that. I mean, something different.
I was up for Vatos vieja, but you know.
Oh my God. No.
But we didn't get the vote for that, We go. It was a very democratic vote way, you know what I mean? So, yeah,
They rigged it, bro.
That's pretty crazy.
I was shot down.
Dice, Charlie, aquí no pasa eso. She went like this to you. What is it? What is that part of that movie? I run down that here.
Yeah,
Honda don't shine.
Honda don't shine shoes.
I run down that here. Oh man, it's hilarious,
Oh,
dog.
man.
You know they had that.
We're having our first bike night ever for the club, and what that consists of is we want to get together the biker community.
What's the date on that?
October 18th.
18th. I'll be in Arizona.
But the first time when we voted on it and we talked about it and we set a date and we set a place, the first person I thought of was of you, Big Dog.
To go bring the
put the word out, Big Dog. Only because I honestly, in my opinion, I think that you're like the diamond of promoters in the SoCal area, Big Dog. In my opinion.
Yeah, it's. I don't know, dog. It's just I don't know how that happens. I'm not like. I mean, I know how to work it, dog, but when I just like doing it, dog. It's like,
hey, some people it's in their blood, and some people it's just not.
And you know what? I could go all the way back now. It's especially, dog. I mean, Super Show is good, whatever. Don't take me wrong, but like little hole in the wall places, and you know what I mean, like fundraisers.
Right.
Oh man, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let's go do it.
Right.
Let's see how much. And I bring my booth, and I make my finances, and then we donate, and I bring in whatever trophies, plaques, or whatever I could bring in, and I don't look at the loss. I look at the gain.
Right. The long run.
In the long
big
run,
picture.
because it's gonna be beneficial to help me out here. You help me there, and I get connections and I get resources, and people just ask me, hey, how do you do all this, bro? How do you and I feel it, dog. When it's time, it's time.
Right.
And I could feel like when it's ministers or churches, just tell me the truth, bro. Do you want the money? Do you need the money, dog, or you want your church to grow? Oh, I want the church. No, nah, homie. It's not going to work, dog. You got to be honest. Yeah, I need the money. Okay, then. That's fine. We're going to do it like this. We're going to do it like that. And it's fine with me. Just long as they're open. And long as they're open with God, I just tell them like this. Step to the side, homie. Let me run this bad boy. Don't tell me what to do. Just pray for me. Because I'm not here to disrespect the church.
Right.
Most likely, I'm not here to disrespect God. That's for darn sure, So keep that out in your mind that everything's going to be okay.
Right.
Step to the side, let me run it. And I do, dog. And any shows that I do and participate, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a church event. It could be a regular event, and let's just blow it out. Advertise it, promote it, get all the connections, left, right, this, that, from the right, from the left, in the center, and come back and go talk to the mayor, go talk to this, go talk to the gente, go pass out the flyers, and it just grows. And people have asked me, how do you do that, homie? How is it that you're able to, when it's a show, you touch it and it just grows? I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want to do it, but I start looking back, and God had already put that in my heart way before I got out and I got involved in all this business. They're like, well, what do you mean? I mean, you turned to Christ after you got out, right? I'm like, yeah, but now I look back, homie, and I did some big fundraisers for the homies that got killed. And I'm like, whoa, I never thought of that. So one day I did this show. Vern, it was big, fool. It was big. I had Sly Slick and the Wicked, the Delphonics, and it was big. It was a big show. And I ain't lying, Fern. I got a freaking panic attack at the church, homie. There was too many gentes. It was so packed, homie. I had about over 100-something ranflas on a 60-car parking lot. It was so packed. The helicopter came. It was just so packed, homie. Packed. And
They say be careful what you wish for, bro.
well, Fern, I told the pastor, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some sodas. Sodas? I'll be right back. I took off and I went to go hide under the sheets in my pad, dog. I was scared, homie. Like I didn't know, hey, what's going on, you know? And I'm shaking in the sheets, homie. Like this is too much. I didn't expect this. I've done shows, but not like this. And he says, get up. Time to go. There ain't no time to be hiding under the sheets.
Right.
You ain't got time to be praying right now. I need you out there. These people. And they gave me the mic, Holmes, and I remember, and I was on stage, and I didn't know what to say, Fern. I didn't know what to say. And one of the vatos, my rival enemy, that I had done a show for them, helped them out, and did things. Vato alcoholic, mujeriego, sinner, didn't care, cussing up a storm by the church. He got up. That's right, Anthony. Speak up, Bessie. And he was my rival enemy. You got this, Holmes. And he just kicked in, dog. Hey, thank you, Raza. Thank you for coming, amen. And then it flowed, dog, you know. But it had to be done by one of my rival enemies. And he supported me, you know, because I supported him and his whole crew. And it kicked off from there, bro, you know.
That's good, man.
When I was there and I was like, I can't do it. He goes, what do you mean you can't do it? God told me this, dog. That's the reason now I'm comfortable, because he told me this. What do you think I am? He said.
Right.
I go, you're God. You know what I mean? And this is, you know, for the people that don't understand, homie, this is a crazy thing, okay? When we talk to God, it's crazy. So you guys are going to label me crazy, and you guys are going to label me crazy even before I became a Christian, because I was crazy, you know? So it makes no, how can I say it? So when we talk to God, it's a little crazy, you know?
Pero
so,
Vatos Locos forever.
right? So understand what I'm trying to get at, you know? There comes a time where you need to talk, and you need to talk to God. And this is what he told me. Oh, did you hear his voice like that? No, he speaks to your heart. Then you know it. You don't need to hear his voice. His voice is in your heart, you know? He said, what do you think I am? I said, you're God, you're Jesus, you're my Lord and Savior, you do this. And I said, you know, the Alpha, the Omega. I got all education on him, right? And he said this, that it? And I'm like, yeah, you know. He goes, what is it that you do? Well, I'm supposed to do events. I'm supposed to do this. And he goes, exactly. That's what I was, a walking event. Wherever I went, I fed, I clothed, I did everything that I could. Everywhere I went, they followed me. I was a walking event. Remember that. I was like, whoa.
That's deep.
Yeah, he was a walking event. He
That's
never
deep.
stood at one place. He never stood there at the church, hey, look at me, come, you know, for the kingdom of heaven. No, he said he went from town to town, fed them, helped them out, and did all that they can. They had the ministry there, imagine, giving the ropa, giving the bread, giving this, you know what I mean? Everything that was possible and capable at that time, dog, it happened. He would go to another town, and then the only times he would go to wars was with the Pharisees.
Man, they say you learn something new every day, and I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, he told me that, dog, and I was like, whoa. He goes, take it serious now. I was like, okay, be sincere, don't burn nobody, you know. And I was like, man, but these vatos asking for money, you know, and then, you know, try to bring the money part. Yeah, money has to be involved. I'm like, yeah, but you're God, you can make things happen. Like, no. You got to be able to know how to work it. I go, well, how do I work it? Well, go back and read the scriptures. Didn't I send Peter to go get the fish?
2 fish, yep, loaves.
He went like this. I want to go get him back the fish. You want to go get the denarius, right? I'm like, yeah. And he got the fish. So I got money to pay, and I got lunch. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's a businessman, dog. You know, he's like, okay, now I know how to do it, you know? So I was like, okay, I grab this and get this, and and I just started putting the events together. It gets a little hard, but all in all, you learn, homie.
Right. And when I first met you, I was doing men's breakfasts, and I had got the sarape from you and some other stuff you donated to us.
Yeah. I don't charge though.
No,
I don't.
gave us. You just said, "Hey, whatever you need, I got you." You gave it to us. And back then it was COVID, and we were doing the men's breakfasts to help support other men's ministries that were starving during COVID. They was like getting choked out because they couldn't have church.
Yeah.
So we were all incognito having these men's outreaches and breakfasts, under the man's nose. You know what I mean?
Anything
Rebellious.
Yeah, that's right. Anything that you guys need, homes, I'm there.
Right.
I know I traveled to Arizona that day. I gotta support a guy. He's a crazy guy.
So what I'm thinking though, and I don't know if it's right for me to bring it up here, is maybe you could donate one topper to a raffle.
One topper.
Like say, so somebody wants a topper for their motorcycle, they come to you if they win it in a raffle. They make a topper for you. Make a topper for them.
A topper.
Yeah.
I thought we just finished talking about God and the miracles.
Anyways, we'll work that out later. But I want to push your toppers too for these guys, because I know a lot of them are looking for toppers for their motorcycle, their vehicles as well.
We're gonna
we'll
donate more than a stupid topper.
I know, but I'm just saying.
We're gonna help you out, brother. It's a blessing because, it's all good to ask for something, but you guys taking the time to come out here in your motorcycles, that
This
tells me a
bottle
lot.
came all the way from Victorville.
Came all the way from Victorville, the 15,
Yep.
the Cajon Pass.
Yep.
People die out there. I hate the Cajon Pass, and I hate the Grapevine.
You gotta be
I
a
hate
cowboy
those.
to do that.
Hey, he's a cowboy, all right. Hey, he split lanes the whole way.
I did. Actually, I had to white line it from Hesperia down to San Bernardino, or Highland, I think it is. And then I take, what's that? What is it to go to Palmdale?
The
Or not
318,
Palmdale.
the 218, 318,
Something like that. It's like right before you get into San Bernardino, there's that
the 118,
210.
210. There you go. Yeah.
215. all
From the
way.
15 to the 215, white lining it all the way. And then
I'm over
to the
here trying to
210,
think of
and-
it, and I live off the 210, big dog.
Is it the 210?
Oh
man,
yeah, it's the
that,
210.
that Cajon Pass it's something else.
Wicked, man.
It's crazy. It gets super cold at night, regardless of summer or winter. It doesn't matter. Like, it gets cold going up that pass, dude. And
We went down that pass one time. We went up there for an event, and on our way down, it was total fog, bro. On bikes, on vehicles, we're like,
you can't see the car in front of you. That's how foggy it is.
We go out there riding at Johnson Road, right there by the Walmart distribution center,
right.
off of Johnson Road. It's off Stewart Wells.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. That's further up.
yeah, you could get off on Stewart Wells, and the street before Stewart Wells, you can get off through that, and you go through the distribution center, and there's an airport on that side. And if you go over the hills, then it becomes the Cern Valley.
Mm-hmm.
So we go out there, go hit the quads, but dang it, homie, we got to plan it out good, dog. We got to make sure there's no fog there. It's not freezing cold because my daughter's lips turn all purple. We're out there riding. I throw a big old bonfire, dig a hole, and we cook carne asada on the ground, but
It gets
it's pretty
cold
cool.
up
Yeah,
there.
it does.
It gets cold up
Hey, I
there.
made that mistake one time when I went up there without. I was like, man, it was a good day. It was all sunny, so I rode up there, and then it took a little longer than we expected, and I had to come back down. It was that day with fog, so I'm over here with my old lady's jacket on, bro, and I'm like, and they couldn't even zip it up, but I'm coming down the Cajon Pass, all fat man, a little cold, big dog.
Yeah, it gets cold, bro. That wind is no joke up there.
Yeah, I think there's a fire up there right now.
Right now, yeah. Santa Rosa, right?
Yeah,
I believe so, yeah.
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 yeah, that
It's smoky, it's windy, it's hot, it's humid.
then they'll flash floods come and they'll go, boom, boom. You know, it's pretty crazy up there. I know a lot of people that live up there. Big Joe lives up there, up there in Victorville and all that, Tweakerville and
Call it Victimville.
Victimville.
Oh, there you
some
go.
vatos are like straight third world looking fools out there in 100 and something degrees walking without a lease on, all cut up. All like, damn, homie, homie, you need to get something to eat, dog. You know, like, vida loca. Pulling one of those things, the shopping carts, pulling it, dog. I'm
Full
like,
of stuff, huh?
pulling it, homie, not pushing it, pulling it, vida loca. You know, like
Full
I'm
of sweaters.
Yeah, I'm going to the Conecta right now. Like, God, what are you gonna clug? Oh, I see if you can give me something for this little carrito here.
It's bad out there, man. There's that swap meet that happens out there on the weekends, dude. That side road going down there is just full of homeless people every day. It's ridiculous. It's bad up there.
Yeah, it's getting, let's see what Trump does with the homeless.
Well, he already said an executive order, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, he already called executive order. He needs all the homelessness out of. I think it forces all the governors to really plan for removing of homeless.
As long as it works something, bro, because, it's about to just go in cahoots, pero...
Cowboy, man.
He's going cowboy down, homie.
Going all cowboy on us.
Yeah, dog. Vato's just like, he don't care, but if he could do something with the homeless, it's firme, dog, yeah, the homeless is getting that gacho out of hand.
It's unfortunate because some of them, like they don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
We had this one outreach we did with some homeless people that in Riverside, right? Big encampment. Most of them had jobs, but they just couldn't afford housing. Couldn't afford, to live anywhere. So that's where they were.
Yeah, they it's sad, homie. It's sad, and a lot of times it's mental issues.
Yeah.
And veterans, mental issue, and people don't want to take the time to really spend time with them to try to dissolve the situation, and they end up living like that. But the majority of them are rebellious drug users. That's the truth.
Right,
We
right.
can cover some of it, but there is some people out there that do have issues and they're homeless, and they need that little push, that little help, and my brother's that way. And from what I recall, homie, he never had plans. He didn't ever want to become a Hura. He used to say the words of the Three Stooges: eat and sleep and live off the fat of the land. And to this day, since 1994, he's been homeless, dog.
My brother was homeless for a while. He ended up getting hooked on fentanyl, and just seeing it, dude. Just seeing him live
All
it.
gobbled out, huh?
It's horrible. But
Was he the body dips down and his legs were up like that?
no, he was just
Got a little zombie walk.
yeah, no.
The zombie
Not-
stand?
Yeah, not that I saw, but just from what I saw with him, is just he's seeing things, he's hearing things. There was a time I had to ride down there to El Centro just to go spend a couple nights with him, because he was just, oh, they're coming. Nobody's coming, brother, But we ended up getting him into a sober living home in San Diego, and he started doing good. He started doing right, started reading his Bible every day, and he ended up accepting the Lord into his heart, and the next day he overdosed.
Jeez.
He passed?
It was tough. I was all the way up in Victorville when I got the call, so I shot down San Diego real quick. Couldn't see him. It was hard. It was real hard. He was my best friend, my ride or die. Growing up with him, it was always me and him in the hood, but we had separate paths. I couldn't follow him anymore. I told him I would follow him everywhere, but one night he was all smoked out, and I told him, I said, brother, I can't follow you. You have to find your path again. You have to find God again, and he did. And for me, that's what makes me feel better about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God knew that if God didn't take him at that moment, the devil would have had him locked in. You know, and I think that's why the enemy had him so just hooked.
Yeah.
Because if he did get right, he would be an amazing man of God, and that's not what the enemy wants. You know, the enemy isn't going to chase people who are lost. You know, the enemy is going to chase the people that are out there seeking God, and that's what my brother was doing. My brother was seeking God, and the devil said, you know, God said it's time, son. So
Yeah, they that's hard, brother. You know, the demonic beings, the shadow people, and all that. That's the truth.
am I too far? I am too far. Oh wow.
That's the truth, homie. They were able to see it, because if you see it sober,
Yeah.
you go mentally insane.
Yeah.
So at those times, you know, I know, you know, when you get to see it. I mean, I did funerals, bro. I was ordained minister,
Really?
registered to our church, and that's where Rockin Chicano came from. They did us wrong, and you know, took everything from us, and there was no sin. And he went back to using drugs and all that, and we lost everything. He lost his family, his house, and you know. But when I did funerals, I would hate to do horrible funerals. I used to call them horrible, because either homicide or overdose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and to me, I think that there comes a point in your life that you already know that you're gonna meet your maker. Because the stories that I would hear from these people, it was some crazy stories, bro. You know, I always go back to the two thieves and Jesus. You know, why? I know he called out. When you're at that verge, homie, let me tell you about an overdose, because I've overdosed. I don't care how high you are, homie. When you're ready to cross, oh, you're sober, homie. You're sober. You ain't, I'm too high to cross. No, you sober. Because remember, nothing in front of God is impure like that. You feel me? He send you out to the world pure, you're going to come back pure.
Amen.
Now, he's going to judge you. You feel me? That don't mean that he ain't going to exclude you from you not going to hell. But if you went out pure, you're going to come back pure. You know? Let's go back to, man, we're getting deep, huh?
Sorry.
Let's go to this one. Now, the reason why I say that, homie, because when Job was already dying, let's go back before that. There was a bet. Do you think the sin, the bad, the evilness was in the presence of God when they made the bet, the devil and God? No. You need to be holy. I look at your holiness because I made you holy. No evilness was able to be in front of it, dog, because he said it plain and simple. The darkness and the light don't understand it. So it's not that he was able to read the devil for what he had done, for whatever. He was trying to proclaim it to God. Just like the way he did it when he got cast down out of heaven. He was trying to proclaim it. You ain't God. Let's all get together, Kylie. You know? That couldn't stand in front of the Lord. You feel me? He had to come pure. Oh, he couldn't be pure. He's already cast down. No, man. So not like that, Holmes. The purity that when he made him. You feel me? Because when he made everything, it was perfect. There was nothing imperfect on all the creation, dog. Nothing. You know? They say, oh, man fell because of this. Yeah. Man didn't fall because of sin, dog. The sin was created when the devil rebelled. Rebelliousness. You feel me? So when he comes up to him, yeah, he's already dirty. He's already this. He's already that. He's the evil. I'm not giving the enemy credit. But when you stand in front of God, homie, there's nothing evil in you, dog. Nothing. Nothing, dog. Nothing. Because he looks at you the way he created created you. Now, come judgment is a different story. You feel me?
Right.
So when you come up in front of him and somebody's high as a kite and he already knows the time has come, because you already know. Just like when you're a criminal, you already know. You're going to get busted. You're going to get busted. Same thing with the drug. I'm going to die. Yeah, you're going to die, Holmes. Eventually, sooner. No, I could feel it. And the next thing you know, they're gone. Because the time has come. Now, when the time is there and he's really under the influence, all that is pushed back. That's not accepted in front of God. You feel me? That's not accepted in front of him. It's over. You come at me clear because that's how I made you. The junk and the gunk and everything stays behind.
The vessel. The vessel is what's high, and the spirit is it's pure.
And that's it. And you come. There comes a time, bro, when people know it, whether they meet their peace with God or not. That's not us to determine, to decide where they end up at, because we're going to be in the same predicament when we leave this earth. And I guarantee you, out of 100, 100 of us is going to go. There's no one that's going to be, I'm going to live forever. I got Mary Kay medication on me. Nah, all that makeup and it's gone on me, But it's sad and unfortunate that it happens like that. But I'm pretty sure when it comes to that point, regret hits, repentance hits, and you're ready to meet your maker, homie. You're ready, dog. I know people cry out, dog. I know. Oh, how do you know? Because when I overdosed, I cried out. And I was as sober as I could be, homie. But I was high, dog. I was like, yeah. You won't understand it. But I do know that anything in the presence of the Lord, it can't be found. It's done and over with. It's deep, homie. When you start getting more
Sorry.
I remember when
You should invite him more often.
Yeah. Hey, I remember when I first when I did get go to a men's home. I used to have this pastor. His name was Ben Perea. He used to come to my doorstep, and he always came to my apartment door after I got high. And I looked into the peephole, and all of a sudden I was sober. I'm like, man, you ruined my high.
Time to go to church.
Why you gotta be here, fool?
Every single time, bro. Like Lord knew.
Because I'll give you a different high. You can't a high that never comes down,
Yeah, but he talked me into it, and I left that day, man. One day I left with just a slingshot, my chanclas, and a house plant and some shorts, and said, I'm done.
A house plant, brother?
That's it, big dog.
I took
my, hey, bro, I got a green thumb, bro. I had to take my house plant to the men's home, big dog.
How long were you at the men's home?
I was in there a year. I didn't tell anybody where I was going. I did it for myself. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I ran the men's home.
Yeah.
I ran it. I was in it for a little bit. I ran it. Between the Pinta and the men's homes is crazier, though.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They're like, nah, it's crazier than prison. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely, bro. You see some crazy stuff, bro. Right?
Yeah. I was up there in the desert, up in the high desert.
Was there any crazy stories that you remember?
Oh man, you get the walks of all life, big dog, and coming in all kinds of different situations, from the weirdest of situations to, gang life, and I mean weird situations, big dog. You're like,
Those are like all the rejects that prison even didn't want them. There was this little guy named Kilo. He was like a midget. He was just kind of semi-midget and little stocky fool, little fat fool, little freaking. They call him Kilo because he got busted with the kilo. And he had to go do the program, and he said, man, if I ever become rich, homie, I would have 4 midgets to carry me around. What the heck? Like out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, dog. And we're like, hey, Holmes, where you get I'm just saying, Holmes, because if I would ever be rich, you're not rich, homie. You're a darn men's home collecting GR, homie. And you eating beans and rice, homie. You don't let it go.
Beans and rice
In Jesus Christ, amen.
Butter and toast and the Holy Ghost.
It were some crazy people, dog. Oh, man. Even the dog was possessed, homie. The dog he would bite everybody. It was just crazy.
Yeah, men's home life it's not easy.
There was this guy, dog, these pets up there. There was this vato. Like, okay, the pastor used to say this, dog, like, the men's home director, he's all like, all right, today is Tuesday, Skid Row Ministry, let's go pick up everybody that we can. You know, like, what? Oh, this is a mission, dog. You for reals? You know, like, yeah, we're going to go get some food and we're going to pass it out. And, you know, we're going to help out people. And I'm like, all right, let's go, homie. And, I'm over here, like, participating. My hopes are high, you know what I mean? I'm doing things for society, you know?
Right.
I roll up the hot dog, you know what I mean? And, like, feed me little, hot dogs and, and I'm like, oh, let feed me. And we go around, like, yeah, we'll go around over here. And some miner goes, those are hot dogs. Like, yeah. Come on, you want one? Yeah. And she reaches over and grabs one, and she bites it with the foil in her mouth and everything, dog. And she goes, and she spits it out, and she cuss, right? She goes, you mother bee, this ain't turkey.
Yeah, it's aluminum foil.
Because the hot dogs are made of chicken, pork, and everything. This ain't turkey. She spits it out. She threw it at me, dog. She like, that's what she did. She spit it out first. She goes, this ain't turkey, you mother hen. And she threw it at my God, like, oh, damn. Like, esto es gente loca,
Didn't even care about the foil paper.
Nah.
She just cared it wasn't turkey.
But, you see all these things, and we picked up a guy, and the guy, like, he went straight to the grass in, like, meditation, and he would eat the grass. He would eat the grass.
It's good for you, protein.
He would eat it and, come back out. Like, hey, home, don't eat the grass. There's food here. No, I like grass. And, like, man, like, crazy people, homes. And
is grass protein?
It's protein, brother. Dogs eat grass. It's good for them.
Cats eat grass to throw up, right?
Yeah, I don't know, dog, bro. I
didn't know grass was protein.
It's good for you.
Oh.
Vitamins.
And then another one was they had a chef, and this vato was a so-called rapper. And he was all tweaked out, bro. And it comes in there, and they get him as a cook, and, he gets into an argument with one of the Morenos. And that Moreno guys were cool, and we helped sponsor, dog. And the vato goes like this. He was all like, oh, is that right? You gave my beans away, homie? You gave my food away? And he takes out a big old fierro, homie, right there. And he's like, I'm gonna, all the bad words, and you end this, you end that. I'm gonna gut you like a damn dog. And he was like this, and he was trying like, hey, Holmes, what the heck? Like, you gotta bounce, homie. That's it. No more for you.
Over some beans?
Yeah, dog, over some food, dog. But these people were like,
did the beans have bacon in them?
Nah, bro, it's just
ain't worth it.
That guy, look, and then that guy, I'm not lying to you, Holmes. That guy was so off on me, so crazy that we would go out there and do what you guys do, and go help out and whatever, and we're like, okay, let's go, you guys, because this car keeps on coming by. We gotta go, man, and then you're assistant director, so you have what, 30, 40, about 30 heads, 40 heads that you got to take care of because the group has been split off or he can't make it, and you got to take the whole crew, and you're the director, assigned director. And come on, you guys, we got to go. And then there's a women's home, And when the women's home and the men's home are together, you gotta kind of keep through each other. That they don't hook up or whatever, and and you gotta keep through each other and everything. Especially the women, dog.
Right.
That nothing happens, homie. And they're like, oh man, come on, you guys, let's go. Here comes another car, because the car kept on cruising. There was a vato. He's all like, man, I don't want to hear that, boo. Like, all right, homie, mucho gusto. And I knew who he was, because he was my rival, right? All right, hey, muchas gracias. Come on, you guys, let's get out of here. Come on, let's go pack up. And he stood there like, he just stood there like by this. He was in the sidewalk. He stood across the street, on the street, not on the curb. So we're all packing up to get in the thing. Like, let's get out of here, man. The car drove by, and you could tell when a hit's gonna be made. And he stood there like this, like, I'll kill you. In his mind, like, you're gonna reject our water bottles that we have for you. It was just whack, dog. And
Hey, when you're talking about the bean guy with the filero,
that's
like,
him.
I was like, this guy's, I don't want his pork chop. I want his bean. I want his life.
So, but he was crazy, dog. So, sure enough, the car comes. We already packed up 8. I ain't gonna say his name, right, dog? Or what body he was from. Get in the van, homie. And he's just right there, just like mad dogging on me. And sure enough, the car comes by, dog. Lit up that fool, dog. Lit him up. And he stood there like, yeah, that's right. That's what you get, homie. You know what I mean? They're like, damn, come on, fool. Let's get out of here.
The men's home van.
Yeah. And the
big white van.
was, no, heck no. The main van was like a 1983.
Like an Astro van?
No, 1983 Ford with the long front end. That we're like, let's get rid of it. And the director like, no, it still has life.
Yeah,
300,000 miles later.
The men's home vans, he'd be rolling around that sucker till the
dog,
wheels
it was
fall
like,
off.
Man, and sure enough, he got lit up. He dropped, and like, man, then behind us, everybody called the Hudas, and we're like, and the vato's just right there, like, come on, like, man, you know what, this ain't nothing, like, yeah, I know it's nothing, dog, but I get it, but we got a procedure we got to do, we, you know what I mean, you trying to straighten out life, and you trying not to get caught up with this no more, and you want to sit there and mad dog people because they won't take your water, or they won't sit there and listen to what you got to offer. I go, it ain't like that. It's being humble, homie. But he was crazy. And he ended up going back. I don't know whatever happened to them, but a lot of them that we helped out, they're doing good now.
Yeah, the men's home changed my life, man. That was the decision, the fork in the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How long were you there for?
A year. I was in the year in the program. I didn't even tell like anybody, no family or nothing. And I remember them looking for me, and then they finally found me. They said, "Oh, you're in a cult," and blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And I was like,
they're taking your money.
You know what I mean? David Koresh, you know what I mean? They thought I was all some crazy thing, and I ended up directing that home too.
You did?
Yeah, I ended up directing that home for another
crazy,
year.
huh?
Yeah. I used to go into court and get vatos out, court commit them. Yeah, court commit them in there, and the crazy part, like you said, is you got different guys going through different things.
Yeah.
And there were all different stages of their sobriety. Some of them just kicking heroin. Some of them on that real hard edge already, ready to cut somebody's throat open.
Yeah.
So it can get crazy.
And I know a lot of them passed already too, huh?
Yeah, we had some go back.
Yeah.
Years down the road, one of the guys in the men's home got a hold of me, and he lives up in Washington, and I lived in Wyoming at the time. And then Navato brought him and his whole family down to my canton and had a vacation, bro. And he was like, just, so grateful that, I put up with him and all the other stuff, and his life has totally changed. And I told him, hey, all glory goes to God, bro, because I was in the same situation you were in.
Yeah, and it's a trip because you have patience for people now, and back then, I look back into the people that had patience for me.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for those people, though. It's just like, man.
insanity doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You know,
That's
that's
crazy,
exactly
huh,
what
bro?
we were doing.
Yeah, bro. And I remember one of my homeboys' brother ends up marrying a hyena that the mom of that hyena kind of like left them to the uncles and all that, and they had a hard life. And the mom was a heroin addict, and doggone it, homie, that lady, homie, she's the mom looked out for everybody after that. When she sobered up, and I seen the daughter, and I said, Mija, I know your mom didn't have time for you guys like that, but let you know that if it wouldn't be for her and her husband, your stepdad, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. Because they looked out for so many people. They were patients with so many people, dog. Some died, some made it, some were successful. But let you know that the time that she was supposed to give you guys, it was given to us and our kids. That's why our life is good. So if anybody we're here to thank, it's God and you for having the patience and understanding that your mom was giving everybody else a chance, because we were all doped up. But her kids weren't doped up. We were doped up, but they helped us out, dog. So now I look back to the people who gave us patience. So when
Yeah.
he said gracias, it's the truth, right?
Yeah, and that vato was like one of the guys that was way out there, big dog. And just the change of a whole demeanor of him and his responsibility as a parent now and as a father. It was a trip. You know
You
what I
see a
mean?
lot of people still?
You know what? I went recently back to the church that I was in the men's home
Yeah.
with, and did an event. We did an event with one of the deacons, and they were surprised to see me because like I said, God moved me from California. I was born and raised in Ballin Park. God moved me from here to Wyoming and all across the country, and I just got the opportunity to go back and actually do something with the church that actually put me up in the men's home.
It
So
humbled you,
that was a
huh?
blessing. Yeah, it was a big blessing.
That's right.
Even to say thank you, you know what I mean? Because without that direction, that door that God gives us, to walk through, I don't know where I would have been.
Yeah, that's true, homie. It's something different. It's something that you won't know until you experience it,
Right.
and be thankful for the doors that have opened up and the people that had patience for you.
Right.
And us, where we come from, hardcore, somos desmadrosos, homie.
Yeah.
Stubborn, dog. And, like vida loca, homie.
Well, I know you can't. I know you can't be there at the event because you got other obligations. But the 18th of October, we're gonna have this.
Shindig.
It's gonna be a bike night, and it's gonna be our first annual one. We want to try to have it once a year, but we want to go all out. We want to make sure that we have good artists out there. So we're gonna have MC Boulevard. It's gonna be out there. We're gonna have a DB Reborn and a few of his artists out there, and we're looking at bringing aboard a group called SON, something from nothing. They're more of like a alternative rock
Yeah.
band, really good band. And then we're gonna have a 50-50 raffle and the slow race, and we're gonna have comida for people out there too. And what we want to do is we want to just bring the community together. It doesn't matter if you're Christian or a secular, MC, or just even a solo writer. We want to invite you out. We want to invite you out just to get together and communicate and commune with one another. Because we're out there. We're out there. We all have the same interest, which is the bikes. The V-Class, the motorcycles, and the lifestyle. Although our lifestyle is a little different, doesn't mean that we run in in those kind of circles. They all they interlap one another one way or another. So we want to invite everybody out to that event. It's going to be in San Bernardino, and I'll be posting it on my page. It's Fernando Arredondo, aka Big Vato. I think a lot of people out there know me best by Big Vato. And we'll be sharing it around as we get these artists lined up, the vendors lined up, and the speakers lined up. I'll be putting a lot of that stuff out there and just pushing it hard.
Yeah.
So
where's the location? Is it at a church facility, a parking lot?
It's at a parking lot by a gym.
It's at a parking lot for it's a UFC gym. The UFC gyms.
They're giving you guys a facility.
The parking lot to use. Yeah, it's one of those fighting gyms.
Feed man.
So it's at 1930 Southeast East Street, San Bernardino, California. And it'll be October 18th, 2025. And it'll be from 5:30 to 9 p.m. Like I said, bring your appetites. We're going to have food, vendors, and just some entertainment. And, of course, based off of we're a Christian men's Christian motorcycle club, we're always going to throw out, the plan of salvation. And if anybody wants to give their life to the Lord, that's a must for us. But it's not something we're going to push down their throats.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's always going to be offered because God, the Lord tells us to go through the highways and the byways, making disciples of all nations.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. And remember, make sure you get your lights and your generators because in October is when the time changes and
Roger that, big dog.
it's a little dark. At 5 o'clock, it's already dark.
It's a little cooler by then too. So
bring your sweater so you don't have to be like me, even that fat guy in a little coat with his old lady's coat on, driving down the Cajon Pass.
You look good in it, brother. You
I
look
did. I felt a little tight in it though, bro. I couldn't zip it up.
They're like, hey, there goes that. Isn't that Big What? Where is he going? To the Blue Oyster?
Hey, bro, I just watched that movie, bro.
Oh, so hilarious.
Hey, I just watched. What's that biker club called? The Spiders?
No,
With Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Every which way but loose.
I know. But
that's the music they play when they showed them.
I know. I think that what you guys are doing is great. And that's, you have to approach the gente like that, dog. You can't have a church function just like that, cold turkey and repentance, and shoving it down. And like, look, man, these people, and like I tell the pastors, you want to do a Christian show or you want to do a regular show? Oh, okay, then invite all the Christians.
Right.
Then have a Christian show yourself. But you want to get a show that they're going to come, they're going to drink, they're going to smoke.
Right.
Long as you hold that in the lot and not inside the sanctuary, we all right.
Right.
You could just tell me, can you please put that away, you have to be real careful, whatever show, to this day, there was a vato, like, hey, bro, this is a family gathering event.
Right.
And it is a church event. And the vato was smoking weed. And I go, hey, bro, can you please put that away? And he got mad. He's like, how you going to tell me? And he was from Wilmas.
Right.
And I said, bro, we're just, it's a family event, dog. And the Esca's hitting all the kids here. And, and I don't think that, and he got all crazy on me. And I'm like, I could get crazy, but he didn't know who I was.
The funny thing about that though, Anthony, is a lot of churches are like that, bro, where they just kind of they want to stay in their four walls and they don't want to.
Yeah.
They want to expose themselves to the outside world and live in their little perfect
and put up their banner,
the little perfect jumper, Johnny Jumper, and have a good time, bro. But God didn't, Jesus didn't do that, bro. He went out and ministered to the prostitutes, the tax collectors. He went to the calles, big dog.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna gain people by snubbing your nose up at them,
Yeah.
bro. You're gonna gain God's kingdom by loving them where they're at, where they're at.
Yeah. And when I told that about, hey, bro, just do me the bottle, homie. And he got all local, dog. And I said, bro, I'm just asking you because there's kids here, dog. Just if you're gonna smoke it outside, and who the hell are you? Like, I'm one of the individuals that put this together, and I am a registered minister. Oh, dog, he goes.
You put his head high, bro.
He goes, dispensa, homie. And ever since that, dog, every time he sees me, he hugs me now. And that's been 14 years,
Right.
And you earn that respect like that.
Right.
But you got to get at them with love and respect. Hey, do me a bottle,
Yeah, do me a favor.
Do me a favor, homie, Not like, turn that off now, Hey, can you do me a favor, carnal, And like you said, a lot of them are just closed-minded. And it's the truth, dog, and you try to go in like a brother or sister, a homeboy's brother or sister that goes to church. Hey, can you do an event here? Like, yeah, let's go. And they'll be like, show me in the Bible where to do this. Show me. If it's not biblical, if it's not a word in the word, I go, oh, you're one of those. Like, what do you mean one of those? Yeah, that you always try to prove your point with the word of God and make it for your own will and your own advantage for whatever desired things that you want. You flip scriptures around.
Right.
Oh, dang, like, I don't. And I go, you know what, man? I believe God don't want me to be here. And he's all like, you follow God. That's what he told me. Like, yeah.
Hey, somebody loved me where I was at, bro.
Right?
All in my mierda.
No.
All my caca, bro. They love me where I was at, bro. And that's the most important thing is loving people where they're at.
Yeah, that's the truth, homie. And when you fall, homie,
Right.
It was this pastor that fell, man. This pastor raised me good, dog. He helped me out and everything, and he fell, and everybody wanted to pick up the stones and throw them. And I'm like, man, what about the times when you were down and out? What about the times you were all in your mess? Did he pick up a stone and throw it at you? Nah. What we ought to do is go help him out and go praying,
Imagine if they did that these days. Stone people to death.
For their nonsense.
For their wickety whack.
Nah, thank God we don't live like that no more, We live in a society now that you get gaffled up by being brown now.
Right.
Cowboy style.
Hey.
He's a gabacho can, bro.
Yeah, gabacho,
I'll take it. Amen.
That's crazy, bro. But that's a blessing. Hopefully this event that you guys do could keep on growing.
Right. We want to have an annual. You know what I mean? We don't want to overdo something. Where it just
Burns out.
And it's like a bottle rocket, and done.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we have a quality event annually, where everybody can come out and just remind each other where they're at. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm here. You're here. And we still love each other, big dog.
That'll be feed, man. That'll be all right, Is it going to be like the Catholic Church event fairs?
What do you mean?
Where they serve pisto?
Pisto.
It's a garden.
It's a
It's a
pisto
pisto
bingo.
garden. I know, a pisto bingo.
Brown paper bag, pisto and bingo.
You're all pedo talking to the Father. Father, I want to talk to you. I want to confess my sins right
I
now.
want to confess in the closet over here.
I want to talk to you right now. I got something against you.
No, we're not gonna have a beer garden, big dog.
No.
Come on, perro.
But
We'll give you water. How about that? Give you some water.
we might have some communion, bro.
sugar-free. We'll have sugar-free
Some
stuff.
Welch's grape juice.
There you go.
Come on, that's a beast, though, homie. Let me tell you one thing, Vato.
Hey,
That patch,
Hey.
but they gotta
Hey,
push
bro.
with the finger. That patch, I was
hey,
a
just like
patch
that.
holder.
Just like that one Theo, bro, is always all up on you, bro.
Mijo, back in my day, go get me another beer, mijo.
Bro.
Hey, you have a beer garden, they'll be pointing at you, picking at you.
Hey, bro,
Vato.
if that's what you guys want to do, hey, 9 o'clock is just happening, bro. You can go somewhere else right after.
I know.
We're gonna have water and sugar-free Dr. Pepper.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
There
it.
you go.
Man, that's a slim variety.
Can I get a Diet Coke? I need I'm like,
Pepsi.
Hey, that's like in Seinfeld with that guy when you went to the Nazi kitchen, the soup kitchen,
the
bro.
soup Nazi.
Yeah, that's all you get. That's all
my
you get.
Favorite, one of my favorite episodes. You know, it's a funny thing. Trip out on this. Vato, he goes, we go right there on Rosecrans and Studebaker. There's a donut shop. And one day I went in there, right? And, you know, like when it's hot or whatever, when it's cold, let's go get some donuts. I tell the kids, come on, jump in there. Let's go get some donuts. It's right there in Norwalk. And one time I went up there and just like Elaine from Seinfeld
Yeah.
on the food Nazi, the
Nazi
soup Nazi,
kitchen.
the Nazi kitchen. She goes up and she bangs it and she's going like this. I did the same thing, dog. I swear. And I said, "Let me have a scoop of that one. Let me have a scoop of this cream cherry here." And like, you know, and she goes, "You can't have that. You can only have one." And I'm like, "I'm paying for it. You hook it up." Hey, dog, that was like 2 years, right, dog? And we would go and she would mad dog me all
She
the time.
remembers you, bro.
You know? And she does this and she throws everything, right? And then my wife, she's finally confessing, "You know what, man? We went the other day without you." And she was so
She was so nice.
Like, nah. You serio. The
Oh,
suit
man.
Nazi? Because we named her the suit Nazi. And she's all like, "Yeah, her." Like, nah, I can't believe it, you know? Because we went down there and her co-workers, when she's not there, we're like, "Hey, where's the soup Nazi at?" You know?
Damn.
And she's like, "What?" And we showed the clip to the Seinfeld. She's laughing.
That's
So
some
they
funny
went
stuff.
last month. They went right in the beginning of the month, and they're like, "Hey, Dad, it is you. She don't like you." So I'm like, "Pura cabila, man. This would mean they can't like me. You know what I mean? It's me." So I walked in there about 3 weeks ago. I walked in there like, and she looks at me like this, and I put my hands in there like that. And I went like this, right?
That's funny.
And I'm like, "Hey, my wife said she caught something. You were real nice with her the other day." And they said, "I'm the problem." "That's right. I don't like you." "And I don't like you neither." And points out Daniel, my son.
Oh,
He's like,
man.
"What the hell did I do? What did I do?" She goes, "No, you okay. You big Mexican, I don't like you."
Yeah, definitely the Nazi soup kitchen.
I go, "Dang it, it's me, homie," you know. But I guess when I went out there, like, "Okay, let me have," you know.
That's what it
That's
was.
funny, man.
But well, definitely. So you're gonna have a soup Nazi one?
Nah, I think somebody's gonna cook. It's my father-in-law's probably gonna come out help cook.
What are you gonna have?
We're gonna have some hamburgers and hot dogs, chips, sodas. You know,
The usual.
it might be a little something more, but right now that's what it is. Like I said, we want to make it. We want to make it a nice event.
Want to make it an event that people want to come back to.
Right.
That's right. I hope I could join in the next one.
The next
And
one,
let me make sure you give me the date ahead of time so I could book it and write it down. You know, this guy. The reason why we're going to Arizona this month is he's just always supported us. Always, dog. He's crazy, dog. He parties. They call him Bolo. You know, they don't call him Bolo for nothing. And that guy was in the church one day at 1 a.m, and I had already packed everything up. And bro, you gotta leave. And he was just partying by himself on the on front of the yard, you know, and that was it. He took off 1 a.m, rolling the pipas, drunk, like man. But he's always supported us, him and his whole family. So I gotta go over there and support Arizona. I do know he has 300 registrations
That's for a car show.
in Arizona.
For a car show.
Yeah,
Oof.
and more than half of them are from LA.
Arizona's got a big
following.
old community.
Yeah,
huge.
dog.
Huge.
Arizona's bad, dog.
I know.
Man, I love it out there. Phoenix, Glendale. Oh man, I love Arizona, dog. I don't think I could compare that with the cruising in LA. I would have to choose Arizona because it's just different, you know.
You'd compare
Cruising.
cruising LA to Arizona. You would choose Arizona.
I would choose Arizona. Dog. It's just different, dog. Over there, they some funky stuff, and they clean it up, and they give it their best, dog.
Right.
And it's not like hardcore, like when you go to 15th Street or Whittier Boulevard, but Mad Dog, you know what I mean? Yeah. Level 10, I'm in Pelican Bay, home. Where you come from? Nah, they're not like that, dog.
Nothing's changed.
Nah, like, hey, man, calm down, dog. It's like you, homie, you know? And with their pizzas right there, man. That's my homeboy's car. That's not my car, but, you know, that's... You know, like, hey, you know? And it's funny because most of the pleito starts without the people that don't own a car.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like...
Right.
And over there, bro, it's family orientated. It's feedback. It's pretty cool, dog. I love it. It's okay, dog. And a lot of people ask me, you been out there, you done... What would you take, LA cruising or Arizona? I go, Arizona, you know?
Where do they cruise down there?
Glendale.
Oh, in Glendale.
Yeah, that's one of them, but now they've had some few issues and they changed it up. But, man, Glendale gets packed, dog. Oh, man, it's just like... And the calles are clean, dog.
Oh yeah.
It's not dirty like Whittier Boulevard and all that. All taqueros right there. All the casa,
They don't have curves, right?
They have curves.
I thought their curves are like
They're rounded, no?
rounded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rounded.
Some of them are rounded or some, but
Oh,
right
dirt.
there they have curves right there in Glendale.
Oh, I thought that they were rounded, man. Because
Some of
you don't
them
need
are.
curb fillers out there, big dog.
You know, some of them are like
You
that,
do?
but they're pretty feedme there, dog.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty clean and pretty.
It's hot, though.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, Holmes. I've been up north to Modesto and all that, and they're a little behind, but Arizona, dog, they're only about 3 months behind. Them people are like, I'm not lying to you, dog. They're about 2 months behind. So whatever style we come up with, it's already over there, like in 8 weeks. So everything, like the style, the clothing, and everything is like, I call it Little LA because it has tweakers, vandalism, and traffic. You know?
A lot of traffic.
Yeah, it's like Little LA, but it's clean. You know, it's cleaner. Like their barrios are a little bit different. You know, there's no curves. Some of the barrios, there's no curves. You know, but they have the regular road, but there's no curves. That's how a lot of the barrios are, but they're different.
Biggest downside to Arizona, you can't split lanes.
Oh, you can?
You cannot split lanes out there. We went out there for a wedding, and dude, it was horrible. It was like 118, 120. Stuck on the freeway during Coachella weekend.
No.
Horrible. Horrible.
Wait.
Couldn't do nothing.
But the good side is you don't have to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Vida
Yeah.
loca,
Yeah.
big vato right there without a helmet.
I still wear a helmet, big dog.
You scared, huh? You scared Robbie Norris for the purses back in the day.
Don't want to hurt my dome, big dog. You know?
We weren't going that fast anyway. Stuck in traffic.
That's crazy. You were scared Robbie Norris for their purses back in the day.
Nah.
Hey, now I'm gonna throw that at you. You weren't scared running a men's home, fool.
Hey, men's home's different than robbing an old lady's purse, bro.
That's true.
Explain. No.
That's what we used to say in prison. Come on, fool, go get that, homie. You scared Robbie Norris for their purses. What you're busted for. And they'll be like,
The old ladies with the purses, they hit you, bro.
Yeah,
They hit you a couple of times. and they got a gang of stuff in them purses.
Big old brick.
Big old lady purses. I remember when I was a kid and my mom used to like. My mom was kind of like racist against gabachos, dog, right? And she was because
Why you look at me?
Because you're a gabachokin.
But
There's a ray of sunshine down there in that
Right,
line.
right. I'm white on the outside, but I'm brown on the inside.
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
use me.
Use me to get close to him.
Yeah. I don't shine shoes, brother.
The one that don't shine shoes, eh?
So she used to say like, oh, the white people, gabachos in Norwalk was a lot of white people before. Now it's all freaking paisas everywhere. We're there like roaches on me. But back then it was all gabachos around the barrio. And one day, you know, my mom she was young. I was about probably like 5 years old, and she had those old 1970 purses, those big ones. And she's walking, and we're taking off, and this Tecato guy comes up, and he's straight gabacho from the calles. He goes, hey, and he grabs a purse, and my mom starts beating up on him, grabs a purse and starts beating him with the purse, and he ends up taking off, dog, and we're like trying to kick him. We're little kids, you know, but, you know, that goes to say that probably no least for the purses, the old purses, tomagüey, you know?
Remember they had those little like wooden handles too on some of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like today, the little purses like that, bro. Back then they had big
Axe for the big
Hey,
penas.
back when you were stealing old lady carts, bro.
Ramflas, the big old yachts.
Running down the street with that little aluminum cart.
One day, you know, speaking of doing jales, right? You know, we're talking about deacons and churches.
Oh, hey, we love the old ladies, bro.
So I was in a sick one, and I was just doing the whole this papaya, and let me hang this up. I was doing the whole this madre, and I ended up stealing a Cadillac. The Cadillac was bad, homie. And I'm like, we came up on this Cadillac. I'm gonna sell this, sell that. I changed it on, turned it on, and you know my brothers, and God bless you. And I'm like, oh man, this is not a good start.
Sorry, Lord.
This ain't a good start. So you know what I mean? I'm driving, and I'm like, okay, I gotta keep Chad. My homeboy's in a stolen car behind me. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull over right now. I'm gonna check out the car, and then all of a sudden I'm driving, and I'm like trying to check it out, and I seen his certificate. I seen his what is that called? His identification. Not identification.
Was he a minister?
He was a priest of. He was a priest of St. John of God. I was like,
You robbed a preacher, brother?
that's worse than the old lady.
That's
dog.
worse than the old lady.
So I pulled over, and my homie like, what's up, homie? What's up? I go, man, homie, let's get out of here, dog. Leave the car here, homie. He goes, what? It belongs to the priest of St. John of God. I'm like, I gotta get. Because all his paperwork and his ID and all that was there. Like, man.
Hey,
Poor
Anthony,
guy.
Anthony, that was gacho, bro. That was real gacho.
And I didn't believe in God like that, dog. You know, but I do know that I left it alone because I don't want to mess with
The first sign should have been when you turned the radio on, you heard praise and worship music. Like, you know what?
Hallelujah.
I shouldn't do this.
You know, like,
Yeah.
And it was a tape, I remember, because, you know, back in the days when we were still in Ramflas, the CDs were barely coming out, but it was tape player, and the tape player was on like, hey, brother, you know, and, you know, it was like a Christian word, but obviously they receive it as somebody was preaching it, you know, and I'm going through the whole thing. I open the glove compartment, I pull out all the, you know, the first thing you start pulling out, see if you can find a cuete in there, whatever.
Found a Bible.
You know,
Found a Bible.
It was at this moment he knew he messed up.
I seen his credentials, like, oh man, and he was all like happy with the white thing here, and I'm like, oh man, can't take nothing out of this car. When I pull over, I remember, and my homie was like, what's up? You know, I'm just going like this, like, man, shut up, fool. You know, let me jump in the car. Like,
He wouldn't tell nobody when he got back to the hood.
Dog, what happened, Holmes? What are you doing, dog? You know, like, let's go, dog. It belongs to a priest. You know, priest is Saint John of God, and like, what? Oh man, like, yeah, dog. Let's get out of here.
We can't show our faces at bingo no
No
more.
way. You heathen,
Man.
Yeah, heathen.
you know, you heathen. You know,
Robbing old ladies and preachers.
Old ladies and preachers. Dang. On a sick one.
On a Sunday afternoon.
oh, the sick one. Oh, man.
You was all broken windows out.
The eyes are just the pupils
All
are there.
pinpointed.
Yeah, like, hey, what's going on? You know,
Yeah.
the screwdriver. I gotta at least take my screwdriver back so I can go steal another one. Yeah, you know, but you know, there was
It's a
some
walk of
times,
shame.
Hey,
right
Anthony, I'm glad you are saved, brother.
you know, there was some times, dog. You know, everybody's
I
been.
bet you got a million of those stories, bro.
There was one time when,
I got a million reactions too.
well, you know, there was after, like, you know, I was doing the men's home and all that, and he's all like, "Come here, homie." Avato that we try to help out with this family. He's dead now, but look at this fool, you know, and he's all like, he's all like, look at this fool, man. He was from Norwalk, man. Man, I could just imagine this cat, you know, and you know, I was just like smiling, you know, like, and he kind of like tried to clown me in front of everybody, even the pastors and everybody. This guy couldn't hang with us, and you know, and he had no clue who I was. And I'm happy and I'm glad that he didn't get to know me who I really was before, you know, because I did a lot of bad.
You could have unleashed.
Yeah, and when he said all those, and he made himself look good because he was from a rival neighborhood, I just went like that. So that's right, bro. That's right. I'm not a nobody, dog, you know? And that made me feel even better, dog, because the ignorance of people and the ignorance when individuals are lost and not really thinking about life or the afterlife or other people, you know, you get caught up in those games of just destruction, jales, doing, blasting. Do what you need to do to survive, you know, and burn the connector, do this and do that, and you know. And when he said those words, I was like, yeah, I was a nobody. You could have easily got rid of me, you know. That's fine, you know. And I felt good because the less they knew about me and they knew me, I was cool with that, dog. You know, because the old me, they would have never gone close to me, you know. And we just try to live a better life and help out whoever we can, you know. Some people will take it, some people won't, you know.
And, you know, although we're not proud of our past, you know what I mean? It's the past that brings people together, that relate to one another.
Yeah.
In the future, in the things we strive to do to be better, are the things we ought to be proud of. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm really proud of where you're at, big dog.
I'm proud where you're at, homie, you know.
Every time I see you online, bro, I always got to crack a smile and go, man, this Vato came all the way from the pickup, eh?
It gotta be that way, homie. The other day, I was
With the pickup with his cup of cafe.
I was the other day I opened up my calendar, homes, and I started bumping some oldies. Go give me the speaker, you know what I mean? I hooked it up, and you know, and I started bumping the jams. I'm like, that's right, you know what I mean? I leaned in the couch, like, you know, like grab the
Rolling in the back, sunroof down, kicking the scene with the gangster lean, gangster white wall.
So
Anthony in the back.
yeah, So I'm just posting
I'm
up
trying
like
to.
this.
I'm trying to set up your story, big dog.
Well, you set it up good. I was like in a Cadillac like this, and then my wife turns like, "Oh no, not one of those nights." And I look around and like, "That's right, you couldn't hang with me, homie. You know, you couldn't hang. You about to couldn't hang with me, homie."
I'm on a nowadays sick one.
I'm like, damn. You know, and I'm like, man, they clown me now, but I was one bad cat back in the days. Now I'm a fat, stinky cat. Just go to work. And I bust open the calendar, start working, you know. And the kids are like, Dad, you ain't a nobody no more. I'm like, yeah, I know. You know, I wake up, you know, I go to work, I hustle, and, you know, I got what I need, and I'm all right. You know, I'm like, damn, I'm just here to work and live, and that's it. Pay the bills.
Call me Toby.
Crazy.
My name is Kunta. You know what I mean, big dog? That's all I got these days, too.
Yeah, like, I'm a nobody, homie.
Cowboy, can you imagine these guys in high school, bro? Out of control, man.
Hey, Cowboy
Out of
knows I'm
control.
always like this, bro. I don't
He's like this every single
Hey, bro.
day.
Hey,
Man, bro, I can't
every
keep
day.
the tears, bro.
Hey,
Just
bro,
hearing these guys keep the tears, bro. It's
Hey,
so
I
funny.
work in corporate America. I work in a corporate office for the railroad, and I'm like this.
All the time.
Hey, they even call
All
me.
the time.
Hey, they even call me Big Vato, bro.
Imagine.
All the time.
These Vatos are like presidents of the company. They call me Big Vato.
Imagine.
Actually, they say, "What's up, Big Vato?"
Beto.
Beto.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
You were the class clown, weren't you?
Hey, I'm like Popeye, bro. I am who I am.
That's
That's
right.
right.
You were
know what I mean?
you were the class
I
clown. in
was
high
the
school,
class
right?
clown in
Yeah.
high school,
Yeah.
bro.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Hey, you know, I don't know why they thought that, bro.
Bro, when we went to Arizona, this man had all of us dying and rolling the whole night. It was hilarious.
Hey, you know my favorite character is Nacho Libre, bro.
Oh,
We
That
watched.
is my favorite.
We watched.
That's
we
a
made the
bad
mistake.
movie, dog.
Hey,
Damn,
we
homie,
made.
got a lot of movies in common.
That is
No.
my favorite.
No, bro, we made the mistake of watching that movie over there in Arizona. This man knows that movie word for word.
Yeah,
The
bro.
mandibulus.
Heck yeah, bro. Hey, I want to invite you to my room for some toast.
oh my God.
He wears stretchy pants.
Oh, bro, no, the part when he gets baptized. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Do not judge me because I only believe in
not been
science.
baptized?
No, I'm concerned about your salvation.
That corn out of my face.
I don't want. You gotta get out of here. I want them to think you're a flusy.
This is my nucleus.
Like,
Why?
I don't want them to think you're a
Have you
flusy.
seen Have you seen him on TikTok? Have you
have
seen
not.
Oh, my God, this dude.
I love to make people laugh, bro.
Man.
He's hilarious.
Hey, but that's a good movie, dog. That's a hilarious movie.
It's a great movie to watch, but to watch.
Hey, bro.
The act out is something extra. No, the acting out is like.
Hey, when I
an
said,
extra
"Hey, I
thing
want you
right
guys to see this movie," I didn't mean watch the movie.
Bro, I
said,
swear
mean
he
watch
was
me
on
act
the
it
set
out,
making
bro.
that movie with them.
Hey, I brought my whole garb, bro. The stretchy pants and the wig and everything.
mask.
dog.
Hey, I bet you when it was all over, the president said, "I knew he was not a man of God."
Ignacio.
Not a man of the cloth. Oh, the part was. Oh my God.
He hops on
Where'd
his
you
little
get
bike.
the
You
reputation
lie.
of
These
cloth?
aren't mystical eagle legs.
It was a lie.
You can't win them all. They never won one.
Ramesses of the douche.
What do you say? You can't win them all. Never won one.
That is my all-time favorite movie, bro. I'm telling you.
That's
I mean,
a crazy movie, dog. I think I seen that one when it came out. I was in prison. I think, man, that was so hilarious, dog. I was like, damn. You know that Vato, when he made that movie, it was just like it was based on a true story.
Yeah.
You know, and the father had to go over there and wrestle. You know, but That's a crazy movie, though.
Yeah. Hey, I got the wig, bro, and
You got everything?
I dude, I'm down.
Man.
Hey, brother, I'm down for it, big dog.
Sometimes I think he was Choncho in that movie.
True.
And now he grew up to be just like his idol.
Choncho.
Choncho.
Sometimes a man wears stretchy pants in his room
Allow them to the release. Remember that part where
just
allow
for
them,
fun.
allow them to release the wiggles.
That involves.
Oh man.
Hey, bro. If I could, hey, bro. I'm gonna have to straight up do that on Halloween, bro.
Bro, that would be hilarious.
Just be Nacho, just all the way.
everywhere, bro. The supermarket, everywhere.
Imagine
With
on
the
the
cape.
bike, bro. On the
On my
bike.
bike,
On
bro.
the bike with
In
with the
my-
cape, with the
in
cape
my-
flying.
in my recreational clothes.
Yeah.
And the white boots and
Yeah.
oh yeah,
That'd be
dude, that would be
wild.
sick, bro. With the white cape.
And when you take off and you guys are rolling together,
Oh, yeah. He does it.
I'm gonna do it, big dog. Watch. Hey,
send us
You
pictures, right?
gotta
Hey.
find Skeleto.
hey,
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
nothing's too embarrassing for me, bro. I've embarrassed myself when I was younger enough. This ain't nothing.
It's just
You know,
The
that's
icing.
that's what I don't understand about comedians.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh, I could never wear a dress. I could never do this. And you degrade me. Like, you're already damn degrading, fool. You know what I
Hey,
mean? Like, go, if that's going to make people laugh, go do it, dog.
Hey,
you know,
bro.
don't take it personal, dog.
I've done some crazy stuff in my sin, bro.
Questionable things.
Scant it out.
In the blinds, bro. So, you know, if I could use the foolish things of this world to shame the wise, and God could use those things to make people laugh,
Right,
then
dog.
why not, bro? Use
Hey.
me, Lord. Use me.
Hey, you know, bro, that's the truth, Holmes. When, you know, I hate when people put limitations on them. You know, like don't do that. You know, go all out. You know, another funny movie, dog. It's so. There's like 3 funny movies that I love, dog. They're
Which
so-
one, bro? Which
He
one?
knows it.
Nacho Libre. That's for damn sure, dog. That's that. Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorites. And White Chicks.
Hey, I like the part when white chicks when they're like, he's talking all in the ice cream shop, bro.
Oh, yeah. You know that's stupid funny, dog. You know, but see, they don't look at it as, oh, they're degrading us by doing this, or you know that Terrence William guy. You know he falls in love with one of them, and you know at the end when they shoot him, like, you ain't white. You know, did somebody not tell you this is an all white party? Somebody get this kid away from me.
white chocolate.
You know, it's like it's role play, homie.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, and if it could help you out and cheer you up, then why not? You know, and those are the 3 funniest movies that I've loved, dog. That
Right.
it's so hilarious. But
I always tell people that, you know, that I make fun of myself first, bro. First and foremost, I'm the first one to make fun of me. That diffuses a lot of things in life. But, you know, as being a comedian and just enjoying laughter in life, bro,
yeah,
I don't want to make fun of every situation, especially the situations that are very volatile and the situations that are very touchy. Because just like Dave Chappelle did, Dave Chappelle made fun of things that were touchy, and he made them funny and approachable so people could really take a look at them and laugh at them and see them for human behavior, see what humans are. You know what I mean? If we can't laugh as gente, bro, as Chicanos at ourselves, or as African Americans as themselves, bro, or
Go ahead.
Gavachicans.
Yep. Thank you.
South,
Appreciate
bro.
that.
You know, and this world's we're in trouble. We're in trouble, bro. And we need to break those barriers down by just being able to laugh, big dog.
yeah. Don't take it personal and laugh.
Yeah.
Laugh at the joke or whatever. You know, there's some hardcore people out there. You know, there's a few comedians out there that they're rough.
And I go to church, you know, quite a bit, and I'm like, Man, I laugh at the stuff that people do in church, bro. I want to do like church comedy too, big dog. Like the Church Chronicles, big dog.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Imagine.
Yeah, some of the stuff people do, bro, they're just funny, bro.
Yeah,
The
they take it
Church
personal.
Chronicles, bro.
they
Yeah,
take it personal. And you're going to hell. Okay, then Jesus, go walk on water. You know?
hey, some of the stuff is funny, bro. Some of the stuff you have to laugh at.
Yeah, there's if you can't have a good sense of humor, homie, you gotta have that because it brings laughter, lightens up your soul, your spirit, dog. Of course, there's disrespectful jokes, but all in all, when you have somebody in front of you that's going all out, getting dressed up, you're like, man, you gotta give that fool credit, dog. Like it's that way. See, you know what I mean? He takes it serious, homie.
He's got his calzones creased.
He got his boxers greased up.
Dang, that's down.
Hey, so what's the craziest thing you seen somebody stunted out? Or you?
Myself, bro.
What's the craziest thing you did?
I don't know if I could put that out there like that.
Didn't you just say laugh at yourself first?
But his deacon brothers want to
I
look
know,
at him
I
the
know.
same, dog.
I know.
Like, you can't ride with this no more, fool.
Brother Big Bato, is that you?
I think that might be a felonia, bro. And then I might not be acceptable in society.
And your corporate business.
Hey, they might
That's not Big Vato no more.
they might just discontinue me. There's some things I cannot say, bro.
This is in the sick one.
Nah, but you know what? I've done a lot of stupid stuff, big dog, on there.
I think one of the craziest ones that, when you're high, you don't look at it, but you look at other people that they're high. Like my homeboy's dad, we used to call him Pops, and that fool used to work a lot of hours, and he would get so high that he couldn't snort it no more. He couldn't smoke it no more. So he would just grab it and put it in his hat,
Eat it.
and the whole Coca-Cola. And he'll be up all night, and I used to work swing shift, so I'll be out about 2 a.m, extra overtime, and I'll pull up with my beast on and ready to party, or 3 a.m, I'll pull up because I had the swing shift at Holly. And his fool would be at 3 a.m, dog. Windows open, doors open. Now, the wife was there. Everybody was like a regular, normal house. It was a tweaker house, but the tweaker side was the garage side. Like the whole house wasn't really welcome there. He would open up all the doors, the lights on at 3 a.m, with the freaking leaf blower dusting the whole back. I'm like, hey, jefe, apá, ¿qué está haciendo? He goes, está dusty aquí. Oh my God.
I'll tell you one thing, what happened to me. I lived in Phoenix for a while when I was a kid. And me and this one vato went down to Prescott and picked some peyote, big dog. And we went home and made the buttons, and of course, I'm an extremist, big dog. I mean, if you see, I'm not a real like small little guy, bro. So I was a little hungry, and I ate quite a bit of it. And I don't remember like a week of my life. That's a week of my life that I will never remember or know what happened. But my uncle said that I was out front of I guess they dropped me off at the pad, bro, because I was a little too much. They said they dropped me off at the pad, and my uncle said I was out there walking the dog. I had the leash. I had no leash there was no dog on the leash. My knees are all scraped up from falling all over the place. I was in my tantarans. There's a lot of crazy stuff that I've done.
So you walked an invisible dog.
An invisible dog, bro. Mowing the lawn too, with nothing in my hands. But there's drogas, man. That's some crazy stuff to you, bro. And I put myself in some questionable positions, big dog. That you know, had been caught, bro, been locked up. I've been lucky, bro. Been lucky.
There was one time I ran away to Mexicali. I was with this chick, and I never really did like.
Hey, bro.
What's up,
you
sir?
mentioned a lot of Mexico for a white guy, bro.
Well, because I'm half Mexican. Listen, we don't judge.
Just tripping out on
Okay,
that.
we don't judge.
I'm just playing, brother.
No, but
Let me talk to you, brother.
step outside. No, so I ran away to Mexicali one time. And I was with this girl, and I was never really like into like the big drugs or anything. Drinking was always my thing, you know. And ran away to Mexicali, and she was all into the dope and huffing paint and stuff. And yeah, and that was the first time I ever tried meth for the first time out there. And I remember after we smoked it, we were sitting outside, and she was sitting on my lap, and it was maybe in the afternoon. I didn't realize that we were talking, or I was talking, all night until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. She's all knocked out on me, all sleeping. And I'm just up, you know. I pick her up, put her in bed, and I didn't know what to do, so I started washing our clothes. In Mexicali, they got just a big tub with water, a stone with like ribs on it so you can wash them. I washed our dirty clothes, I washed our clean clothes, hung them up, pull them down, wash them. I was a sick one. And then my homie came out, and he was all, you know, all talked out too. So we got our push brooms, and we just started sweeping the streets of Mexicali, just going block by block, just sweeping.
On a sick one,
Just
man.
all night for like 2 or 3 days. That's all we did. We would sweep and then go home and wash clothes, and then sweep, go home, wash clothes.
And most of Mexicali streets were dust, right? Tierra,
yeah.
right? Tierra, dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
That's
wondering
like
why
sweeping the dirt floors, bro.
we were wondering why it wasn't getting clean. We were freaking out about it. We're sitting there scrubbing them.
Hey, bro, you guys asked me some compromising questions, bro. And my wife's watching.
Oh,
Yvette?
Yeah, yeah.
Your wife is
yeah.
Is my wife
Your
in
wife
there?
is watching, and I'm like, híjole.
Is my wife in there?
Híjole, frijoles.
My honey bunny, is she in there?
golly, man.
Man,
Yeah,
this isn't
why.
that show, baby.
I'm telling you. No holds barred right here.
Hey, now I'm getting all sweaty, bro. Hey, bro, it's supposed to be a life anew, bro. When I met my wife, we were Christians. Now you're gonna make me. Now I gotta go home and be like, well, what happened was.
See what happened.
What happened was, baby.
It's a long ride home. Go there, go.
Hey.
Yeah, I was with the Camacho.
Hey.
You know, you ain't gonna believe this, but his dad showed up.
We were all
and, you know,
excited.
he was the next, HA, so I had to go with him, back him up,
Hey,
baby.
we were all excited to get here and split lanes. On the way home, I'm gonna be going behind bars, not even splitting lanes. It took us 30 minutes to get here. It's gonna take us 2 hours to get home.
And you ain't gonna believe this. Oh, everybody was just passing us by, so we had to stop them. Hey, I'm a patch holder.
Hey, there were hundreds of bikers in the lane that we split was backed up.
Gotcha.
Someone left a house plant in the middle of the road.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, bro, I like plants, bro. I'm a avid plant person in my backyard, bro. I
Beautiful.
Propagate different plants,
Beautiful.
bro, and I'm at that age, bro, where I just want to be in my backyard by the pool, big dog, and relax and just water my plants and just enjoy life.
Pick up the other neighbor's leaves.
Yeah, my neighbors. That's another story, bro. That's God testing me.
Yeah.
I got this
Lot of
neighbor.
praying, huh?
I got this neighbor, and if you're watching, neighbor, I just want you to.
Jesus loves you.
I just want you to know that I'm very serious about this.
I've been
serious
praying. I'm worried about your salvation.
Hey, I'm worried about your trees of salvation. This vato has such a big tree that all of his leaves fall in my backyard.
Gosh.
Bro, it's like a rain, like that cloud that just rains on your house, bro. I'll go out there on my roof and blow all the leaves back over to his house. But I'll look at everybody's roof from my roof, and nobody has leaves in their house but me. It's like it's the magnet.
Crazy.
I'm like, how does that happen? Is that the Lord testing me?
It's Yvette says he loves plants.
I do. Back in the day, I was a planter too.
Oh, back in my day.
A planter.
Yeah,
A planter.
I
know.
get that.
yeah.
We have
That's
a,
where I get my green thumb from. You know, how to clone and propagate, and you know,
as long as you weren't painting plants and trees like the vato de Afro. Like,
oh, hey, bro, that'd be another character I could do. Big
Bob Ross.
Oh, man,
Bob
yeah.
Ross.
Bob
a
Ross.
little bit of shading. I used to get so high.
Hey,
So high.
that'd be
Like, damn.
Don't forget about your browns and your greens.
I was,
Roberto Ross, the Mexican Bob Ross.
I was on parole and I was so high and I was staying, you know, my wife ain't watching, but I was staying at
See, bro, you put me on the spot. My wife is watching. What's your wife's number? I'm gonna call her up and tell her.
No, I'll get it when I get home. I'm like, man, just go to sleep, you know. But this Heina wanted to save me, you know. Oh man, dog, yeah, you wait. One day I went to sleep,
What
dog.
about those spit it out?
Confessions on me. Confessions on me, you know. And one day I was,
My son,
I'll be so high, dog. And
say 20 Hail Marys and 4 All Fathers.
I know. She wanted to get me off of everything, and I was like, and it's funny thing, dog. She wanted me to stop doing this, doing that, but yeah, she was a stripper. It makes no sense. Right? So,
Hey, nowadays those are artists. And they are
Self-employed.
and they're in a union.
The union.
They are in a union,
They're
big
part of
dog.
a union.
They are in a union.
Yeah, unionized now.
They are.
and she,
Cleaner poles.
you know, no,
We
you
want
just
cleaner
get high.
poles.
She goes, no, you get high and just stay here, you know, don't go nowhere. And I'm like, man, you know, so I would put, what's his name, Bob Ross?
Bob Ross. Bob Ross.
Oh, we could add a little bit of dark shading here in the trees. I was like, how'd you make that look firme? That shit look like black and white would have looked firme. Some tinta there, you know what I mean? Like, and I'll never forget it, dog. You know what I mean? The homeboy, like, and ever since that, I started watching the art shows, whatever, whenever I could. But one day I go to sleep, dog. You know what I mean? I knock out, and I was so high, and I wake up, dog, and you know, I'm like, yeah, you get the malillas, and I can smell like the chorizo and eggs. I'm like, oh yeah, but like you're like, oh man, but my stomach, and I get up, and there was a freaking big old Santa Muerte burning next to me. What the hell? I knocked that thing out on me, like what the? And I get up and pick it up. What the hell is this for, man? She goes, because I want the Santo to save you. Like, not you. Not your freaking job. Not freaking nobody gonna save me. Get this crap out of here, you know?
I'm over here watching Bob Ross, and you're over there having Bob stuffed dollars down here. Whoa.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Santa Muerte, dog. Like, what the heck, dog? You know, like, man, just my world wasn't right, homie. My life was not right, homie, and the people that I was around me was not right, you know?
Right.
Like, you know, like, nah, man, you know, and
Yeah, we all come. We have all. I mean, we probably have tons of stories to tell.
yeah.
But the greatest story, man, is where we are at now.
yeah.
That's the light that we need people to understand.
Marlene says secrets are coming out.
Those aren't called secrets. Those are called "here, hold my beer"
Yeah.
moments.
Oh, man.
Or what happened was,
Here's your sign.
and the next you know it.
Hey, cowboy. And one time in Bandcamp,
Why me?
come on, cowboy. One time in Bandcamp,
Couple got that face.
I don't think I ever went to. What do you mean? What face?
You got that Bandcamp face. Like he went to band camp in Orange County
I played the trumpet
back in the day.
I did play
Lake
the trumpet.
Elsinore band camp.
I did play the trumpet.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah. It's horrible.
Big dog.
I did it for a girl.
Go sweep the whole Mexicali, dog.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over, dog. Because they're gonna throw that at you, hey, homie. If you could sweep the whole Mexicali, dog.
With the toothbrush?
You're a better man.
Better sweeping Mexicali than robbing preachers, sir.
Hey, hey, he was trying to make he was trying to make Mexico great again.
I was trying. I failed miserably.
They're like, what the hell is this guy watching? You know?
I'm trying to help.
Híjole.
I couldn't help.
So who's watching, Big Don? Who's watching it?
I don't know, but we were up at we were up at 300-400 views, but at the end you'll know how many people logged in for TikTok, and then we're down at Facebook. But at the end, what I like about TikTok that it tells you how many viewers. So just because you see the small numbers don't mean that
I know how
it
it
didn't
works.
hit by because one time in band camp, homie.
Just one time.
One time in Mexicali.
I just want to win.
Tired losing.
I'm tired of losing.
I was I hung up the phone and it told me I had 29,000 viewers, you know, and so it like the numbers throw it off, you know. But
Brother Bebo's watching.
but everybody be on here, be watching, dog. It shares on me. That's a good thing. It goes off and it's good for people to hear it.
And
hear the
YouTube Yard
story.
is our baby, so it's just starting.
Yeah,
you know?
this just started, but in YouTube Yarda, you know, we could talk about politics. We could talk about.
Just so you guys know, I'm the only guy on the YouTube yard to walk
that's
alone.
The Wakala, yeah, that's true. I see
Call
him in there. Hey,
everybody
what's
out.
up, big dog?
Call
I'm
everybody
the
out.
only one on the YouTube yard to walk alone.
Call everybody out. He's a dropout. He's a dropout. He's a dropout. They're all dropouts.
They're all dropouts.
Not me.
PC.
I was
Go
level
on to
10.
PC, big dog.
I was level 10, and if you're gonna come here, I want to see your paperwork.
I wanted to see your YouTube yard paperwork.
YouTube Yarda paperwork. I want to see how many numbers you got, homie. See if you're good.
Jeez.
Hey, there's a trip, Mom. What do you think about the YouTube people?
I don't know, bro. I tried YouTube once, bro, and
No, the gente on there, all the podcasters and all that, talking all that nonsense.
yeah, you know, they're a whole different community, bro, and they all have their own politics and their own how do you say it, their dirty laundry they sling back and forth. But you know, it's just like television, bro. It's that's what gets the views. Some of these guys get the views that way. You know, it's the bad publicity, the bad the chisme caliente.
sells.
The chisme caliente everybody wants to hear. All the masa dripping off of it. You know that, big dog.
You know that.
All these people, they're just on a sick one, dog.
They are.
They just want to
You know what I
get the views. I just disagree on how they want to bash on another raza. Oh, but he didn't do this or he didn't do that, or, you know, he dropped out, this and that. And then they'll take one video, analyze it, break it down to you, and make more content out of that. And, you know, like, I think it's just straight comadrismo, dog. I think
If there's anybody out there that wants to make a YouTube Yardat video of me in some compromising ways, share them with me because I like to laugh.
laughing is good, dog.
Hey, big dog. Hey, hey, that all that stuff is just that's internet politics these days, big dog.
That's all it is, dog. Because, you know, I think, Holmes, this is just me. This is my opinion that if you ain't got the cajones to go say it for another vato to that other vato, you want to put it out on social media, and that goes to show me that you were never OG.
Well, those are internet bangers, big dog.
Yeah, you were
Keyboard
never
warriors.
Keyboard bangers.
You were never OG. You never been where you say you been. because when you start degrading another man just for where he's been at or whatever the case might be, you ain't got no cojones on me, you know, and you try to make fatty out of it, like, you know, there's some hardcore people, and there's some people that talk about the organizations, dog, and make money out of it, like try to cash out. Well, I got to take care of my kids. Well, go get a freaking job, fool.
Right.
Well, you ain't got to talk about these people. Or, you know, it's a trip because they'll try to degrade the organizations and degrade that, but you were fine with it when you were running with it, you know? So why talk about it now, you know? Learn from it and explain to the people how to do better. I don't want to hear no prison stories. Oh, this vato that vato this, and this is, he ended up doing this, harming this vato, harming that vato. Why do I want to hear those stories? We don't want to hear those stories, dog. Definitely don't want to hear about Renee and all that, the black hand with the book and all that. I don't want to hear that crap, dog. If they decided to do that, then go live your life, homie. And that guy's educated, dog, you know? Go live your life, homie, you know? But they want to bash the organizations. Like, hey, what you ought to do is make an organization yourself, something positive, something good. It doesn't have to reflect on your past like that, you know? And because regardless of the matter, Holmes, the people that did time, and they're on YouTube and all that, they did time, you still got to be thankful because these gente did look out for you at the times that you needed. So to me, do I speak about those organizations? No, I don't, dog. Heck no, I don't. Because whether you were from up, north, down south, or wherever the case might be, hey, more power to you, homie. I don't look at you that way no more. I look at you as raza, you know, and I respect that. So when I go up north, man, the people from up north, they're real respectful, dog. They accept me and like, hey, you know, at first I was a little leery, but then you get to understand, well, what you speak and what you represent here on YouTube, TikTok, and all that. They see that you're not about that business. They see, they understand, and they accept you. Like, you raza, this is how you talk. You don't talk about, oh, LA this, LA that, and, you know, you don't come up here and all Dodger blue. They respect you, dog. You know, like, feed me. Cool, you know. But for people to be on there on TikTok and, nah, I mean, to each his own, dog. I don't care, dog. I look at it as a big old comadre, you know.
Right. I don't know. I just, I mean, you are what you feed your brain, bro. I mean, if you want to look at that stuff and put that negativity in your brain, then that's what's going to come out of your mouth, big dog, you know. Out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speaks.
Yeah.
You know, if in your heart, you got hate and you want to cause hate and discontent, then that's what's going to come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
But if you want to, what's in your heart, if it's love, bro, love's going to come out. Respect.
Yeah.
Dignity. You're going to lift your brother up. You're going to help the gente up. You're going to reach down. That's the only time. That's the only time you should be holding somebody.
Yeah.
Only time you should be looking down at somebody who's helping them up, big dog.
That's it. When you're pulling them up, dog, come on, let's
right.
go. You know, that's what you need to do. That's what gente need to do. Than to just keep on bashing them or talking about, you know, the nonsense or, you know, right?
Right.
What do you think, cowboy? One time.
No, I agree. I think I was talking to my mom about this. You are what you put out, right? Whatever you watch goes into your mind, goes into your heart. That's what you're putting out there. But if you surround yourself with men of God or, you know, women of God or just a group, an organization that people who serve God, then that's what you're going to put out into the world. And for me, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to do. Just preach His word, and I couldn't find that, you know. And it's true. The things that we watch on YouTube, all the social media stuff, the news, the political crap, all that stuff. If we watch it, that's that's ultimately what we're gonna end up putting out. But if we read our word every day, and we submerge ourselves in His presence every day, that's what we're gonna be bringing out there.
Yeah.
That's what we should be doing as men of God.
That's right. That's right. All right, this is the feedback. All right.
Carry on.
Go ahead. And go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm a firm believer on that. You know, I even today, I try not to look at a lot of news on the TV because they want to push the negativity out there. I like to read a lot. And like Cowboy said, you know, it's what you put in. You know, the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if you're reading the good word and you're listening to a good podcast with positivity or Christianity or something that's going to put some good guidance in your life, that's exactly what's going to come out of your mouth on a daily.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Some technical difficulties.
Check it.
I hate it when that happens.
Check it.
I was talking to my mom about that actually one time. Technical difficulties.
Difficulties.
Check it.
We were
Okay, I'm good.
we were actually talking about my brother when he passed, and she was telling me, you know, like the enemy is attacking me and whatnot, but you never give the enemy any type of credit.
No.
Ever. Not for anything.
Yeah.
And I was at a outreach one time in San Bernardino years back, and the mics were cutting out, the music was cutting out, the lights were cutting out, and someone in the audience was like, "Oh, the enemy doesn't want us to praise God." And just then the mic came on, the guy grabbed the mic and he's like, "No, we're just having technical difficulties. That's all it is."
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, what happens when you're on your way to work and you run out of gas? "Oh, the enemy doesn't want me to make money today." No, you forgot to put gas in your car.
Yeah.
That's what that means. Stop
Yeah.
giving the enemy any type of credit.
Yeah.
Stop.
That's true.
And
Sometimes-
it's easy to fall in that, you know, that negative rut.
Yeah.
For everybody, you know what I mean. You get up. We don't get up every day on the right side of the bed always. So it's easy to get in that rut. It's just recognizing it and just changing that tone.
Yeah, changing the attitude, I know.
It's easy for people, and it's tough. Like guys in your position, Anthony.
Yeah.
They, you know, there's a lot of people out there that covet what you want, what you have, what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you know there's always gonna have haters out there. There's always gonna have somebody saying something that goes against what you're trying to do. But you know, in all things, you know, like the Lord says, Philippians 4:13, we could do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And no matter what people are saying about you, greater is He that's in you than he that's in the world.
Yeah. I look at it like, you know, at times, bro, I'm like, things don't work out, bro. And I stop, like, whatever I'm doing, like, what? What, God? Tell me what I'm doing wrong then. If it's not the devil, what am I doing wrong? Just be kindly and explain it to me, Lord, so I could know, so this doesn't have to happen to me all this time when I'm doing this, doing that. Just tell me, you know, and it'll continue. And I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, you know? And then it starts hitting me where, you know what? Paul did talk about a story about the enemy holding him back, and, you know, all this. He would have been there, 21 days early, and it held him back, you know? And I just take it for what it is. I'm still alive. I'm still speaking. I'm okay. I'm not dying. My health is okay. And I pursue what I need to pursue. And I don't stop. Regardless of if the bills ain't paid, if this ain't this, if this ain't that, or people don't like me. Like he said, yeah. You know the funny thing, bro, that where you been at, what has happened in your life, don't mean a darn thing to you what people have to say, though. Like, it don't matter. You don't like, and you know the funny thing, dog, about that? they won't come and tell you because they already know that you're crazy, that you're gonna go down swinging. You know, they already know you're gonna go fight. I'll fight them, dog. You know, I'm being honest.
We call that laying hands on, bro.
Yes, literally. You know, and they won't come and tell me anything, which is fine. And the reason why that happens is because God knows how are you gonna react. God already knows how this is all gonna end up. So He'll keep the haters away from you. They'll talk around you, but they won't talk to you. They won't come face to face and tell you, you know what, homie, let's go, homie. What do you think? I'm scared of a few lumps? Psh, please, homie, you know? Yeah. So he does keep people away, dog, you know?
We were gonna. I know that coming onto this, I knew we were gonna come on this show since what, Friday?
Yeah,
Friday or something like that. And the enemy was attacking, you know, the last couple of days, and I just prayed up, bro. And I always, the enemy's gonna come and try to steal, kill, and destroy anything that you're doing or you're about to do. And I just want you to know that, you know, I stand in the gap for you, big dog, and I always pray for you. I always pray well. That I always pray success, triumph. I always pray a protection over what you're trying to do, big dog. And not only just you, but your family and whoever connected to you, because they're affected by what you're doing on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's hard on me, but we're okay. We're blessed, homie. You know, we don't. Oh, I can hear somebody singing.
They are the neighbors.
Sábado Gigante, aquí vivo en Sábado Gigante.
Next Tuesday on the Rockin Chicano show, it's the neighbors.
The neighbors. We got Cowboy El Chacal. With the horn. Hey, you did play the horn, fool.
It was a trumpet.
The trumpet. That's
Check that howdy. I'll never see you again in the same light.
I apologize. Somebody's singing hard on the niggas, you know. And I always thought about that. What if somebody starts singing, you know, right now? They're like, hey, if you guys getting your clown on, let me jump on there in the background, homie.
Here.
Hey, when we go home, we're riding home. We'll be like that on the freeway.
I'm gonna hear them with the little girls, right, singing. They sound like little girls.
No, this is the ladies. They do karaoke because they have a pool right next to our garage.
Hey,
and when they start singing,
it sounds like a future show, bro.
Yeah.
Karaoke with the neighbors.
Singing with the star. Singing
Chicanos by the pool.
Yeah, exactly. By the pool. There you go.
they're like, hey, so how did you learn how to sing or what? One day I just got frustrated in Mexicali. They were just sweeping. I just started singing.
It's all white guys sweeping up the streets.
You need to showcase them like when a special guest is the neighbor. This is our karaoke section.
God damn. Hey, big dog, we've been on here for 3 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, man.
Hey, you might find your next star, bro, next door. But hey, it's been fun, big dog. It's been good.
God,
Well, it's worth it because they came from 3 hours away, bro. It's a 3-hour show.
A 3-hour show.
It was
Man, I
good.
can't believe it. I can't believe TikTok hasn't shut me down because they're picky about everything.
Oh, yeah.
You can't say certain words. You know, they banned me one time for a whole week.
Hey, with all things, Christ will triumph. And TikTok won't turn us up because we're talking about the good Lord, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, listen.
I'm listening.
Shh. Everybody be quiet.
Shut up.
Have you seen?
Yeah.
Oh, they're laughing.
Yeah, they have karaoke.
They have karaoke.
They're
Yeah.
in between songs right now.
As you guys understand, we're in the studio. There's a studio next door too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, the studio behind us.
They practice a lot of vocalization.
We're in A studio and they're in B studio. A studios for the high profile.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cowboy and Chacal? What do you think, homie?
Oh man.
About
Is this your first podcast,
Yeah,
Cowboy?
yeah.
You did well, bro.
You
thank
did
you.
all right,
Thank you,
homie.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Come on, 2-3 hours?
You did all right, homie.
Good.
I'm surprised my
Chacal
wife's
did
not blowing me up right now. When are you coming
I know.
home?
Hey,
You're
she-
watching.
hey, she
You
knows
see
you're
I'm still
at,
here.
bro.
Still
That's
here,
what I'm saying. You see me here.
It's when you're off and you're not home in 2 hours. That's the problem.
She's looking on Life 360. Okay,
Exactly.
you just passed.
Yeah.
Just passed Rialto. You should be home in 20 minutes.
They'd be like, you can, I film at the swap meet. Just, I like filming stuff. And there was a ball in the chain. And
how's that going now? Is the Santa Fe? You go to Santa Fe, right?
I don't go to Santa Fe.
Oh, not no more?
But I seen a lady on Thursday, I think. No, Saturday. I seen her at Stater Brothers. And she works, she has a stand there and she's a Christian too. I go, hey, hermana, ¿cómo está? Oh, hermano, ¿cómo está? I go, how's it going in, ¿cómo va en Santa Fe Springs? He goes, it was good, finally.
Oh,
Ya
okay.
está viniendo la gente, but they said that they were scared because nobody was coming out, nobody was setting up, because of the migra. But she said that it went good for Friday. So, they want me to go boycott it and all that. I'm not going to do all that, dog, because in reality, Holmes, when did you stop partying when there was a shooting at the club? You didn't do that, dog. You kept on going the next weekend. Vida loca. You didn't care. So these people are going to party. These people are going to go attend the Swami. You know what I mean? Right. To each his own, whatever, and he made a mistake,
This ain't the first time that that's happened in history.
No, dog. It's not that. I can't say that he made a mistake like that. I could only say that it was wrong what he did. But at the same token, they were looking for the vato that was throwing the rocks. They finally caught him in May.
Oh, yeah.
They caught him out there. Somebody turned him in for 50 grand. So they're like, oh, yeah, 50 grandes? Oh, yeah. Aquí está el güey, you know what I mean?
For 50 grand and it's gone already.
He's right there in Mexicali sweeping.
Hey, he bought 50 grand worth of brooms.
There's some good brooms out there. Though.
Oh man.
So,
I don't know what kind of wood they use, but it was nice.
yeah, they
Use horsehair for the bristles.
Oh man.
Beautiful.
those Mexican brooms are hard.
Yeah,
tough, bro.
yeah. My mom used to beat me with them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
So,
They last forever too.
Sorry, Mom, that was a different time. Hey, you can't say that, bro. They'll arrest her these days.
Mother, I love you so much.
hey,
You're so beautiful.
I was busted one time, dog. And one of the many times.
Hey, did you get hit with the Tyco tracks?
No,
Remember, like those little Tyco race tracks?
no,
Hey, man, I used to get hit with those,
no.
bro.
But one time I was busted and, we were all facing charges and a lot of them. And I saw when a peace officer and, mayhem. I had all those charges, dog. And I was like, man. And we're like, hey, what you busted for, dog? He goes, paso, dog, assault. Like, nah, serio? He goes, yeah, but like, they trying to strike me out también. Like, nah, serio? What'd you do? He goes, it's your homegirl, dog. She's from your body. She's my wife, homie. And like, oh, serio? Man, I don't know her, because the body's big. I go, what'd you do, Holmes? He goes, man, those Mexican brooms, dog? And like, yeah. He goes, I just got tired of her, so I went to her face and I brushed it, and I kept on telling her, brush yourself, B. B-A-C-T-H, brush yourself. And he goes, I left her all scraped up. I'm like, damn, with the Mexican broom? He goes, yeah. I go, oh, those Mexican brooms are rough,
Those
homie.
brooms hurt.
Yeah.
He goes, imagine how I left her face. I was like, oh. And they broke that fool off 11 years, dog, for that. And he paroled, and about 2 months later, he passed. Like, oh, man. Some crazy stories, dog, when people go do tiempo and they come out and they pass. And my homeboy just did 32 years out for 4 weeks and he passed. Like, man, gets you thinking and wondering, like, okay, God gave you that much time. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? I don't want my time to be wasted. If he gave me that opportunity to come out, he gave me that chance because I beat literally 3 life sentences. My first one was 4 attempted murders. And they were trying to give me 24 to life. And I brought it down. They gave me 11. I did almost 7, about 7 out of that. And the second time violation, the third time, this is on my adult, where I was already on parole. I picked up my 3 strikes, and they tried to give me the habitual criminal act, 35 to life, and they end up dropping it, and they gave me the 5 years. I took it, did about 4 years and change out of the 5. But now that I'm out, what am I gonna do? Who do I thank? Who do I give the credit to? It's God I always give the credit to, dog. You know,
Amen.
I want my time to be good when I'm out here. I don't want to be living the same old. I want to give credit to God, and if it's Him that I have to do it for, then I gotta go do it, homie. I'm not gonna complain. I go do it. He said, "What's Big Vato said, what's your goal? What's your, you know?" I don't know.
Right.
All I do know is grab the mic, give him the credit, go do the stupid skits and do this and have Rosie dance and whatever. And then if all that leads, all those reels, all those hollies lead to a show or lead to this show right here, because a lot of people don't know, but this podcast is a Christian podcast, dog. Mm-hmm. And I've always said it, you know. If all that could lead into here, and they could hear you, they could see you here, you know,
right?
We've accomplished what we needed to accomplish. It was done, and I think that's my highlight, and I'm gonna pursue it, you know.
Well, you know, I think you're on the right track, Anthony. But it wouldn't be a full-fledged Christian show if we didn't ask people. You know, to ask people to accept Jesus Christ into their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead, handle it, homie.
You know, we have all sinned, fallen short of the glory of God, and Jesus Christ died on the cross for you and I. If we took on our sins, He took on our all of our iniquities and all of our fleshly desires, and He took that on and gave up His life for it. And all you need to do is believe in your heart that He is your Lord and Savior, and confess with your mouth that He is your Lord and Savior, and you will be saved. Yeah. So if that's you, I want you to bow your heads and close your eyes and say this prayer after me. Father God, I just I thank you, Lord, for dying on the cross for me and taking on my sins, Lord. And I confess with my mouth that you are Lord and Savior, and that I believe in my heart that you are the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And I ask you into my heart, Lord, and I give my life to you. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
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 See, was that simple?
All right, Big Don. That's all you need to do. All you need to do is call upon the Lord, man, and you shall be saved.
You know, bro, I always say there's going to come a time with you and God. I'm not the one to be having an altar call and all that, because everybody's time is different. But if we get people like you and God puts it in your heart to do it, then you do it. If He puts it in my heart to do it, then I'll do it. Being obedient. And all that skits and all that, you guys, we might be joking, we might be doing film or Rosie, or you doing your film in the backyard, whatever. Whatever the case might be, look where it leads you.
Yeah.
You just never know.
God's got a big toolbox, Big Dong, and you can't use a Phillips screwdriver to take off a flathead screw. You know, God's going to use each and every tool to reach different demographics of this world.
Big time.
And if God using Anthony to reach certain demographic, then God's going to use him for that. And if God's going to use me to reach people through laughter and comedy, then God's going to use that. He used the burning bush, and he can use anything at his fingertips.
Even a donkey.
And God will use Cowboy to minister to people in his circle and his demographic. God has many tools that he will use and you can't set limits on him.
That's right, homie. All right, pues, this concludes the Rockin Chicano show. We have El Chacal. Gracias for.
What does that mean?
Okay, there was a show before we go. There was a show, Sábado Gigante, right?
Yes, sir.
And then entertainers would come and like American Talent,
Yeah.
and they'll be all like singing, dancing, and if the people didn't like it, this guy would come. He was like a reaper.
Yeah.
And with the trumpet, and they come and grab you with the stick, like, get out of here. And the
It
people
was
would
like
be
the Mexican gong show.
Yeah, it was a Mexican gong show.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay.
The only good thing about that show back in the days, we would turn it on just to watch the beautiful women. You were a kid.
That was the only reason.
That's the only reason. You know?
But hey, it was good being here. Thank you for having us, Anthony.
Yes, thank you.
We'd be more than willing or whatever to come back and make
Definitely.
make your audience laugh, add a different demographic to this show.
Yeah, Victorville's not that far from here. I think.
Orale.
right.
It's about
Big
an hour and a half,
vatos in
2
the
hours.
house.
Something like
That's
that.
right.
That don't look like you, fool. That looks like me, homie. What's up with that, dog?
Hey, we came from the same time in the same place in a different location. I need to do commercials, big dog.
I know.
you
We got
do,
the
dog.
voice.
Sounded like Optimus Prime at one point.
Exactly.
Anyways, it was
All right,
good.
boys.
Hey, have fun and God bless you guys.
God
Take
bless
care.
you.
you.
Cuídense.
Boom.